what to do. Peace, Lucy Lou. Baby boo, tell me what it do. You know I missed you. If you don't know me, I'm Duüblé Jones. I'm the lady with the stones coming in, leave me alone. And hey. PJ Battle. Hey to y'all on YouTube as well. Welcome in to our lovelies who will be watching the rerun, the replay. Welcome in to all of y'all. We running divine. Y'all, it's been a rough week, but hey, I've been learning over the past few weeks, really months, honestly, I'm learning what I do have control over and what I don't have control over. And there is so much that I'm just being called to surrender to, and there's so many shifts that's just happening, and I am very intentional, but it's like things are not, well, I won't say things are not going in the way that I have planned. They are. It's like, it's interesting because it's like I know that times are changing. I know that I am evolving. I know that things are not going to stay the same, but I'm literally just trying to do the same thing the same way. Even though I know that change is required, it's just like I'm just on autopilot, just still trying to just do the same thing, or expect the same results. It's like I'm trying to catch up to the times. I really am. My ego is. Let me be very clear. My ego's trying to catch up, and it's like. So I'm going to talk a little more about what I'm talking about. I'm going to delve a little deeper as we get into the show, but we here, y'all. We are here. Y'all know it was my intention to come on between 8 and 8:15, but this past week we've been definitely running divine for sure, but nonetheless, I'm glad to be here. Y'all know this is the last show of the week. This is the last show of the week. I have some shifts that I'm going to be talking about when it comes to our YouTube as well. So y'all definitely stay tuned here. But welcome into all of y'all. Sugar Babe said, how much is your love readings? So all readings are $15 minimum. Yes or no's are $10. But yeah, we're going to get into it. I just want to give y'all a few seconds to get in here. Peace. Frida Jula, Kyla. Kyla got the weepy eyes. No, facts. I'm going to miss y'all, but I'm definitely excited. I haven't seen my siblings, because I have one whole sibling, and then I have about I have 5 half siblings. I have not seen my half siblings in, literally, it's been about 17 years, 18 years. And I saw my half brother, the one whose funeral is this week. I saw him, within that time. I see him a couple of times within those years. He was the only one that I saw in regards to like my half lovelies, my half siblings. But my other ones that I will be gathering with this week, I have not seen them in over 15 years. So I'm excited / nervous at the same time, because it's like, I feel like I'm going to be in a room full of strangers that are blood, that I know on a soul level, but I don't know on a personal level, and they don't know me either. So it's like, ah! But one thing I like to say is I ain't gonna be no bitch, and so I'm excited. I get to hang out with my nieces as well, and so yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna enjoy tonight. Thank you, 89. Kyla said, laugh out loud, I need to ask my yes or no question after the weekend. Oh, hell, okay. You said our prayer is better than you expect. Me too. So last night, y'all, literally, I love it here because I had shared on the YouTube video last night. On a YouTube video. I posted, well, it wasn't last night. It was this morning. I posted a ancestor message. Y'all, that was very different. I did like a YouTube tarot message with the showing just the cards. I ain't never did that before, but I was up for hours last night drafting up different kind of prayers. I did like a family prayer, I did a throat chakra prayer, I did a whole bunch of different kind of prayers. So now I have 6 prayers that I have recorded and uploaded to my private YouTube channel. Well, I uploaded it privately onto my YouTube channel. And so I spent hours doing that last night, and I shared on the video that I had recorded channeling the ancestors message on YouTube that it's just a full circle moment, and I love it here because when I first started my journey, I isolated myself from everybody, family and friends, and I really, like, the first winter, it was the first winter of my awakening, because I had my awakening like around my birthday. I think it was like my 25th or 26th birthday. That was when literally I had my awakening. And then as I went into the fall and the winter season, it was like, whoa, like a whole new world. Like I was really in like the dreamy, y'all know, like when you first wake up and you like start to feel and see synchronicities and you start to feel your connections with the ethers and you're like, oh my gosh, this is magical. I was in my magical energy for the first winter. The second winter, I was heavy in the light, where I was, but it's interesting because I was in the dark arts too. Like I was doing tarot, but I was literally only doing tarot just so I could see what the fuck was wrong with me. I was trying to see like, okay, what do I need to heal? And you know, what's wrong with me? Like, what do I need to get together so I can be, you know, ready for whatever it is I'm manifesting? And so I isolated myself on my year 2. Year 1, I was talking to everybody. Year 2, I isolated myself from everybody and I was heavy in the light, and it was like a lot of, and so with me being in the light, it was like I was able to see a lot of truth in regards to the people who were in my life, in regards to just life itself. And I was really judgmental. And I didn't also know how to balance, you know, how to coexist, how to even be. And so I isolated myself that second winter and I was heavy in the light. That's when I met Logas, and here he come, Shadow Man, and I got introduced to the darkness, you know, to just another side of me that I was suppressing because I was just trying to be peace, love, and light, and I didn't want to acknowledge my Scorpio, you know. I didn't want to acknowledge that. I just wanted to lean in my Leo, and so then that third winter, I was heavy in the dark. Within that, between that light and that dark winter, I was called back outside. I started working with Logas again, or not again. I started working outside with him. This was my first time being out of hermit mode for the past 2 years. So I'm working at the mall, dealing with different kind of energies, trying to, you know, create relationships with new people. And it was just a lot of deception in the air. It was a lot of fishy energy. My heart got broken. My feelings got hurt. I really feel like I got thrown into the wolves when I started working at the mall. It was like a culture shock because I was in the Navy for 6 years prior to my awakening. So I joined the Navy when I was 20 years old. I was living with my mom up until that point. And so I never really got a taste of what real life was like as an adult. You know, when it comes to the military, it's its own world. So I had my military family, I had my military friends, but when it came to being like a civilian, as we call it, and actually dealing with regular people, because I think military people, they're a little different. And so when it came to dealing with regular people, it was like, holy fuck. When it came to being a regular person and doing adult regular shit, right? It was a shock to me. So between that light winter and between that dark winter, I was outside and I was like trying to find my way back to you, oh baby. And it was really, really, really challenging because my heart was so pure. And I had, you know, I was just so, like I said, naive. I opened myself up and I was so vulnerable, and my feelings got big hurt. My insecurities began to come up. The things that I thought I worked through, they began to come up. And so that year was a really rough year for me. So by the time the wintertime came, bitch, I was in my fucking bag. I was seeking vengeance for every motherfucker who fucked me over that year and the years before. And I was just like, it was like my inner beast just rose. And I was like, I'm sick of this shit. Y'all know how R. Kelly was when he did how R. Kelly did the interview with Gail. I'm sick of this shit. I was like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm tired of everybody taking advantage of me. I'm tired of everybody playing me. I'm tired of everybody like just handling me any kind of way. Like I got something for that ass. And I was like heavy in my I started getting into rituals and just started like really just severing ties and like boomeranging energy back. Like I was really in a hurt space. Like fuck all you hoes, okay? And so that was winter number 3. That was last winter, to be clear, okay? So just so y'all know what time I'm talking about. That was last year. Duüblé was like, fuck all you hoes, okay? And then I connected with some Moldavite. I was about to wrap some Moldavite for the shop for Crystaline Mars. And they was just speaking to me. And I was like, I need one of these for myself. And so I wore Moldavite and I connected with Moldavite for the first time ever. And the moment I put that motherfucking Moldavite on, my shadow came up where I think somebody said something, somebody who was already on my shit list. They said something or did something that day and I was going for it. Like I was about ready to exploit them. I was ready to put their shit out there. Actually, I did put their shit out there. I'm gonna be honest. I did. I put their shit out there and like maybe 30 seconds after I posted it, my spirit was like, Duüblé, what the fuck are you doing? Like, really, this is your shadow. Now you see you where you really are. You still are her. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to do that. And I deleted it off so nobody got to see it. But I got to see my shadow. And I was like, woo, okay, we got work to do. And so from there, because I thought that I was trying to understand the energy last winter and accept it for what it was and just try to like, not just try to like sweep it under the rug. Like I'm past it. But there was some residual energy that was there that I wasn't consciously aware of until that Moldavite brought it to the forefront. And I was like, okay, ultimately, I do want to clear this out. So let me be very intentional. Let me go ahead and stop my bullshit. You know what I mean? Because this is not where I want to be. And I know that if I continue to stay here, I ain't gonna get nowhere, but into a deeper hole. So I began to really, really, really call myself out on my bullshit. And I was like, I have to really, really dig deep so I can free myself from this resentment, from these grudges that I'm still holding. And I really began to be intentional and do more healing work for my ass. And I was like, you know, I'm going to take a step back. I even stopped doing rituals. I stopped even rituals for myself. I was like, because I fucked around a lot. And I was connected heavy with that Lilith energy. And if y'all know, y'all know, but I was working heavily with, and it wasn't even like I was working with them intentionally. I was just so in the dark that I wasn't even aware that they had my crown. But like that Lilith and Diana energy just definitely had a hold over me. And I wasn't fully aware. And so I was like, I'm not going to do the rituals. I'm going to take a step back from every fucking thing. I think I was still doing tarot, but I was like, I wasn't doing nothing outside of tarot. I was like, I just want to take a breather. And I didn't do anything for like 2 to 3 months. Not for myself. I was doing collective rituals to help with manifestations and stuff like that for the collective at that time, like early this year. But when it came to my personal self, I was like, I ain't fucking with no other spirits. I ain't fucking with them. Like, I'm just going to take a step back. And then Brother Logas and I shaved our head, and that was my clean slate. Because I was already taking a step back. I was already purging. I had changed my diet drastically. And I stopped eating flesh earlier this year. And I just like I was like, I have to shed that energy. I have to shed that energy. And that's when I was like, bitch, the wig gotta go. We're going to shave this hair off because my hair was growing under the wig. I used to have the fro wig. And my hair was growing under that wig. And my hair was growing throughout that whole dark shadow. So throughout those whole 2 years, like remember I said I was going outside? I started going outside. My hair was growing during that time. So over this whole 2 years, all of the trauma that I experienced, all of the bullshit that I participated in, that was in my hair. And I was like, or my hair was holding onto that. And I was like, let me go ahead and start fresh. And me and Logas came out looking like Phil and Lil. You know, we was looking like Lil Bill. And that was literally spiritually, energetically, all together. It was a clean slate. No pun, Mr. Clean. And so that was that. So now this winter, that's where I was getting to, because I'm like, how did we get into this? I just been going in this damn bowl. So now it's like I am coming from a dual perspective. The first year, I was like, oh my God, this is magical. You know, we all star seeds, or we're from the, like, I was just there. And then the next winter, it was extreme. I was in the light. The next winter, I was extremely in the fucking dark. And then now here we go, year 4, right? That stability, that security, and that transcendence. I shade to that. I am now coming from a dual perspective, right? Because I've done dibbled and dabbled on both sides. And that's why I say what I say from experience, because I'm like, you know, I know how you feel, but you don't want that to come back on you. And like, I know what that looks like, what that feels like, and it's not what you want. And so I said all that to say, last night I was up and over the past 3 years, my journey has been focused on me. I would do something for my family every now and then. And when I say do something for my family, I mean intentionally pray for my family, right? A lot of my works was so I can break the generational curses within myself, right? I wanted to confront my demons so I can show up to my family and their demons, you know, with integrity and with fearlessness and things like that. And I was just like, me, so I can be better for my descendants. And now I'm moving back into that middle, right? Because my rising is in Libra. So I do have that balanced energy. And Leo is also the heart. I'm a Leo sun. So it's like I always come back to the heart. And so this winter, just seeing the full circle of it all, it's just like, wow. Because last night, I spent hours writing prayers. And I was just thinking about my family, and I'm like, okay, I know we're all separated, because I know a lot of us can resonate with this, where our family is a hot ass mess. And if your family's not a hot ass mess, I love that for you, literally. But my family, we're so spread out. It's like this auntie and her churn like this uncle and his churn like this, like, but we're not like this. You know, it's like cults within the family. It's like groups within the family. It's like, you know, and I'm like, this is ghetto. And I've been in the background the entire time, just like trying to understand it all, trying to see it all within me, see it all without. And so last night I was like, I have to, because I've been trying to mend things in the physical realm. I've been trying to come together in the physical realm, and it's just been so much resistance. And it wasn't until the other day I was talking to a lovely of mine, and it just clicked. And I was like, I need to do a ritual for my fucking family. Like, I've been doing all this damn healing. I've been doing all this stuff on the behalf of my family, but I hadn't really added my family to my stuff, you know? And I was like, duh, that's what we need to do, Duüblé. Like, let's do it, you know? And so last night, my spirit led me. I had these jars for a long time. These used to be like my little smoothie jars. And my spirit led me. I just ordered like a shitload of herbs. So our herb cabinet is fully loaded. And my spirit led me down there, and I just bundled up a whole bunch of herbs here that has to do with love, healing, and protection, right? To protect us from that energy that's creating that division and things like that. And then I wrote every family member name that I could remember. All of them, from cousins, aunties, uncles, great uncles that are alive, great aunts that are alive, nieces, nephews, mamas, daddies, cars, caddies. Like, I wrote everybody's name. And then I just wrote like the Marses and the Rouses and the Daniels, and, you know, all that I may have forgotten or slipped through the cracks, or all that I may not know. And I wrote all of our names on a piece of paper. No, I wrote them all on bay leaves. So first of all, I put all the herbs in here. On the paper, I wrote sigils. I wrote a protection sigil. I wrote a harmony sigil. I wrote a peace sigil. I wrote a love sigil. And I think I wrote like another sigil. I can't remember. Maybe like an abundance or a success or prosperity or something like that. And then on the other side of the paper, I wrote a prayer that I had. I literally wrote to the ancestors, just praying that they help with restoring the love and the harmony within my family, you know. And I just had like a brief prayer that I wrote for my family. And I had translated into Swahili, because y'all know when you translate it into a different language like that, magnifies the energy. So I wrote the prayer there, and I had the sigils on the backside. And then I folded the paper up, like I rolled it like a blunt coming towards me, because I want to call this energy in. And so I rolled it like a blunt, and then I stuck it in the herbs straight down the middle. And then I like shook everything around to kind of mix the herbs, because they were like layered, but I wanted it to all blend, right? I wanted to all blend. I don't want nothing piling on top of the other. That's why we're here where we are now. So I blended everything together, and then I got some bay leaves, and I wrote every family member name on the bay leaves. Like I just filled the bay leaves up with all the names that I could. And I broke all the bay leaves up and put them in here as well. And then I put a long strip of selenite in here as well, because selenite is good for cleansing as well as charging. And I was like, I want to stimulate, our energies. I want to cleanse our energies. I want to magnify our energies as a whole. May we be a powerful force to be reckoned with. May we be tight as glue. May our bonds be strong. So I put that selenite in there as well. I had put some frankincense on the paper, on both sides of the paper before. Oh, so I rolled it up like a blunt, and then I wanted to bind it. So I got some twine, and I wrapped the twine all around the paper, and I knotted it. I put some frankincense, because frankincense is good for enlightenment as well as protection. So I had dropped some frankincense on both sides so it could just marinate in that energy. And then I put the paper in there. Then I put the selenite in there. Then I put the bay leaves in there. Then I put some crystals in there. I put like pyrite, because I was just speaking prosperity, abundance, wealth, protection. I put some citrine in here, because that citrine is great for charging energy, happiness, joy, money as well. So I put some citrine in there. I put like an evil eye amulet in there. I put some amethyst in there, because we all could use a little piece. And I was like, I'm going to keep this jar. I'm never taking this stuff out this jar. I'm never taking this stuff in this jar. And I have it sitting at my altar, and it smells so freaking good. I have like chamomile, I have rose, I have lavender. I have a whole blend of herbs, y'all. I can't even list them all. But yeah, and so I was like, why didn't I ever think of this? But it's okay, because it's a full circle. And so I said all that to say thank y'all for holding space. I pray that y'all are taking note, because this can definitely be very, very transformative for you if you use it as well. But yeah, so I'm going to set this at my altar. I have no need to ever take it out. I have everybody named in here, all of my families, and I even included the descendants that are coming in. I just added all of our energy in here, and I was just thinking about like how long this thing's going to last, because I'm never taking it out. I'm never taking it out. And, I might just pass it down to my daughter. I did date it. It was 4:02 a.m. on 12/11/2024, and I got the date down there, and I'm just gonna keep it for a lifetime. And when I do transition, a lot of things are going to I'm gonna just pass over to my daughter, and so she's gonna have this as well to pass down. And I was just like, yo, like, why didn't I ever think of this? But obviously I had to come back. I had to do a whole 360, and now I'm just excited to see how this baby boo works, because over the past 4 years, I've dabbed and dibbled and dabbled in so pretty much every damn thing. And I know what works. I know what doesn't work. And so I know the power that's in this, because I know the power in me. I know the power in me. That is something that I have been exploring over the past few years. And so I'm like, Ashe. And so I'm going back to Kali. I'm going to gather with my family, like I said, that I haven't seen in over 18 years or over 15 years this week on my dad's side. And then my great aunt on my mom's side transition. So I'm going to see a few family members from my mama's side, So it's like this, I'm about to be back around everybody. And we're typically always chaotic. And it's a lot of women in our family. So we're always like, how women can be holding on to shit from 1889. And so I'm just curious to just now observe. And I was sharing this last night. I was like, see, this is the part that, and some of y'all can resonate with this too. This is the part that my family don't know that I do. My family don't know that I'm literally, because I was thinking about that. I was like, I know a lot of my family members, they just sit around and talk shit about each other, or they sit around and dance around conversations, or they'll sit around and just like sit up their nose, but nobody's really doing the work for real. For real. Okay, and I'm not gonna say nobody ain't doing nothing, but what I know, even from my own self, we all are so engulfed in our own journey, in our own shit. Often, I ask you, how often do you pray for your family? You don't gotta put it in the comments. To thy own self be true. But that's something I had to ask myself. And I'm like, you know what? It's not something that even though it's something that I want, I desire, it's not something that I consciously pray for or put at the front. I'll be like, well, I'm gonna just do me because I can't change nobody. All I could do is just evolve for the betterment of us all. I can break the contracts within me. But when it came to really being intentional and adding my family, nah. And so I think it's just important that we really start to incorporate our family when it comes to our work that we're doing. Okay. And so not only did I do this, but I also recorded my prayer, and I got so full. It was about an 18-minute prayer. Like I said, I recorded prayers for hours last night. I was up till 6:30 a.m. recording prayers, writing prayers, doing things like this. And well, this was the only thing I did, but this still took time. And I'm like, I love my family, and this is the part that they don't see. And this is the part that they don't have to see. Everybody has their different experiences of Duüblé. Some are, oh, Jasmine, because they know me as Jasmine. That's my birth name. Jasmine, she's so silly, she's so goofy. Or some of them like, Jasmine, she quiet. I don't know nothing about Jasmine. Some of them like, oh, Jasmine into that dark ass shit. Some of them like, oh, Jasmine, she be knowing her stuff. So they all have different kind of experiences of me. But when it comes to my why, a lot of them don't know how much I really fuck with them, and how much I really care about them, and how much I really pray for them, and how much they are a motivational force when it comes to why I do my spiritual work. And some of y'all can resonate with that, where you're like, your family don't even know. I was about to say your parents. Some of y'all, it may be like your parents don't even know how hard you're going in the paint in the spiritual realm. You know what I mean? And it's not for you to make an announcement. This is your journey. This is not for you to post everything and say, hey, I did this and now that's why we're together. No. No. But I think it's just important, like I said, that we come back and don't get so engulfed in our own journey. Because like I said, last year I was in the dark and I started shutting out certain family members because I didn't know how to handle. I was seeing they shit. They coming in my dreams and shit. I see they demons and shit. And I'm like, oh no, I did the Heisman on them. And then it wasn't until I shaved my head and I like just had this epiphany and this realization. I'm like, Jasmine, look what you've done. Wow. And that's the message of the day. Look what you've done. Like, you've cut so many people off because you was trying to figure it the fuck out. And then you would always come back. And then you would always cut them off again because it would just get too much. And then you would come back. And then you would, and like, how would you feel if somebody kept doing you like that? How would you feel if somebody judged you for what they seen in you, but you didn't see that in yourself? I wasn't thinking about those things though last winter and the winter before last. I was just thinking about, protection. And so now I have to now give people grace. I have to now give people space. I now have to understand and zoom out of saying, oh, well, I had to do what I need to do to protect me, and zoom out and say, damn, like that was fucked up. That was fucked up. Like, you're family at the end of the day, and I love you, and I just didn't know. I did not have the emotional capacity. I didn't have the emotional intelligence to navigate that tough spot. It was dark. It was scary. I thought you were the enemy, but the enemy was really me. And so I'm giving space in the physical for things to come together, but I have to go into the spiritual and bring it together and allow for it to unfold as it needs to and the timing that it needs to, and I can't force. And that's kind of what I was talking about as well, where I said, like, it's just in my life, because it's not just about relationships. It's even when it comes to how I approach business. I would love to post more jewelry more often. I would love to, post a deep discernment with Duüblé. Come up here on live with y'all for deep discernment with Duüblé during the day. I would love to post the videos on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, so y'all don't only have to go to YouTube. I would love to do a lot. But the way things have just been set up is like my spirit's just definitely, it's like my higher self is like, like I'm just going through these different portals, and I'm just like, I have to let go of control along the way. And I'm like, okay, I have to surrender. and just continue to be intentional, because I don't want to get lost. And if you're not intentional, you can easily veer off and go down the wrong path or go down an alternative path that isn't in alignment. So I'm like, okay, how do I surrender and be intentional and focus at the same damn time? And that is a space that we're navigating. And I pray that y'all just continue to take initiative when it comes to sharing this space with us, when it comes to investing spiritually in yourself, and like I said, adding your family to the mix here. And so I just really went on a tangent, but I hope that y'all got what y'all needed. The wavy one said, how do we address, acknowledge, apologize to those that we may have isolated ourselves from, cut off, etc., while experiencing the dark of the journey? So, good question. I'm going to read it again. The wavy one said, how do we address, acknowledge, apologize to those that we may have isolated ourselves from, / cut off, etc., while experiencing the dark of the journey? I've been on a 4-year roller coaster where I've left, came back, left, came back. And every time I came back, I apologized. And I was like, I fucking get it, my bad. And then I do the same shit when the shadows come up again. I'm like, okay, I'm gone, right? And so now so prime example, now I'm going to be, aligning or sharing space with my siblings of 18 years. We don't have no trauma. Time just have went on. I did kind of get into it a little bit with my half sister, but nothing serious. But I've been thinking about like how I'm going to handle this situation when I do see them. Do I say, because I already know what they saying Jazz fell off the face of the earth 18 years ago. And even before then, because I was a little girl, I was 12, they like fucking 20 years older than me. So they were always adults and I was a kid. And so I already know what they saying. I already know how they see me, and I already know how I moved, right? And so I was like, what do I say? Do I, say, hey, bro, hey, sis, say something along the lines of like, I know we don't have no history like that, but I want to start fresh, not go in, right? Thou shalt not do the most, because I do not do the most. But I was like, maybe I just need to kind of like just talk to them and, just kind of just be clear on what my intentions are. But it's like I keep getting resistance because I talked to my whole sister, and my whole sister's like, half sister really ain't, she said now ain't the time to be talking. Like, she ain't really trying to talk. And I'm like, okay. My brothers, they just like, well, I don't feel no ways. I just don't talk to her, And so I'm like, oh, I don't want to. My sister says she don't want to talk. So I have to honor her boundaries. But I also want to start. I know I have to take the initiative because I'm the one who blocked her like 7 years ago. So I'm like, this is a weird space to be in. So I'm like, do I talk? Do I not? Do I just come in and like act like everything's okay? And I've just been really dancing between that. And over the past few days, it finally dropped into my spirit last night. And all I heard was, it's nothing else to say. Let your actions speak for you. Okay? Because at the end of the day, and you think about it. Now, granted, some of us may like to be like, I want closure. Or I think it's good that we communicate. And I'm not saying that it's, don't communicate to the person in the physical. But it's more so about, okay, what you gonna do? Because we could talk all day. But if your actions are not aligning with your words, then you're just wasting my time. And if you're going to show up like the way you're going to show up, don't even waste your time telling me about what you're going to do. Just do it. So when it comes to how do you acknowledge, how do you apologize, simply, you can take accountability. I encourage you to do that because I did that. I reached out to my sister a year ago and I was like, hey, sis, and she won't ready then. And I'm like, okay, but now we're going to be in the same space. And it's like, okay, we got to do something, right? And so, yeah, my daddy song playing right now. So it's about having the humility to first say, hey, but if you are like me and you're a repeated offender, it's like, just be about it. Just be about it and just give it time. And that's why I said it's important that, I think I said this in the reading that I did. Y'all go look at the reading on YouTube. But I said it's important that we think 2 steps ahead because the plan ahead card came out twice. And it was just like, think ahead. Don't think about just the now. Because last winter when my cousin pulled up at my house and I saw the dark cloud around her, I was just like, oh, no, that's not coming in my house. I cracked the door and was like, what's up? And she was traveling in from out of town, she was traveling in from out of town, and she didn't come for me, but she came to stop by because I was dodging her because I was already having dreams and visions about stuff with her, and I was like, so I was dodging, but she popped up at the crib, so I had to creak the door and say, hey, what's up? And I didn't let her in my house. I was just thinking about the now. I was thinking about I wasn't thinking like, oh, I could just cleanse my house. I was just like, nah, that's not coming in my house, period. And I was like, hey, what's up? And she was like, hey, you busy? And I was like, I am, I wasn't rude, but I didn't let her in my house. And that is what broke the camel's back. Cause I already been up and down with her. And it wasn't until a month later, I was talking, like I said, I shaved my head and I just really began to see myself. And I was like, that was fucked up. That's family. Like you don't move like that, but when we're in this spiritual realm and we're just like, oh, negative energy, we want to karate chop every fucking thing, forgetting that, hey, we have a heart. And I'm like, I can only imagine how I would respond if my family member, my closest cousin, I pulled up on her and she cracked the door. Oh, and bitch, now you want to come back and say sorry, or now you want to come back and like mend things? My heart hurt. So, but I wasn't thinking about later. I was just like, now I'm not fucking with that energy, and later I'm not gonna be fucking with the energy, so you're not coming to my house, bye. But then as I had a change of heart, as I did my work, I saw that a lot of it was me. I just didn't know how to navigate that space. I didn't know how to see people's traumas, see people's energy and stuff, and like karate chop it without karate chopping them. Seeing a separation, like it's not them, this is the energy that's connected to them. I wasn't there. And so it's just, so now I'm dealing with separation from her, because she like, I don't want no parts. And I'm over here like, I know it, I love you. But she like, I love you too, but you hurt me a million times and I'm still trying to heal from the knife that you cut deep. And so I'm like, So that's why when I come through and I speak with so much passion when it comes to just us being intentional with how we move, and just, bringing a different perspective so you can zoom out, so you can be intentional, so you don't have to repeat certain things, so you don't have to do certain things. As I grew up, I learned a lot of what not to do from my older sister. My older sister, she's 6 years older than me. And my sister, she was very like rebellious, and I knew not to do certain things from her. Right. And when it comes to my life experiences, every now and then I love to be transparent and share a little something with you, so you don't have to go through certain things, because you may very well be in a season that I was in the past, where you may be like, you know what, fuck her body. And then you're going to do your work. You're going to come out of the shadows. You're going to come out the muck, and you're going to be like, oh, family. And the family going to be like, I know the fuck you not. I know the fuck. Look at this motherfucker. And you over here like, well, I didn't know. Yeah, but the damage is already done. And if I could prevent at least one person, if I could help at least one person, I want to do that. I Am the Masterpiece said, you have the right to feel your feelings too. You do. But that's why it's important that we learn how to do that whilst simultaneously having a relationship. But a lot of us were not given the tools. We don't know how to navigate our feelings, because that's something we feel. Feelings are fleeting. Feelings are fleeting. Feelings are flighty. Okay? And so, yes, allow yourself to feel, but don't knock down the same thing you're trying to build in the meantime. And that's why it's important that we, at some point in time, be like, you know what? I have to find a balance here, because we can feed our ego easy by just saying something simple as that. Like, well, my feelings are valid too, or I have to do what I have to do to protect myself too. That is part true. And the other part is you have other parties involved. So how can you navigate this space in a way that will not create more trauma than what has to be? Okay. And so it's a very thin line. It's a very sticky space to be in a lot of the times. But like I said, I think that's why it's important that with us being in this age of Aquarius, with us evolving and things like that, it's important that we see ahead and not just the now, but think about how is this going to ripple affect everything else. And now we got to damage control everything else when in that moment, like if I was to go back to my past self, I would have just probably cleansed my house. I would have just cleansed my fucking house. I would have been able to spend time with my cousin. She would have been over here for a little while with her and her little demon friends. I would have had to, probably would have been there like saging why the fuck she was in there. Right? But I would have got to spend time with my fucking cousin. Okay, we back. We all have our shit. So it's important that we have the humility to say, hey, though your shit might be a little funky because I'm vegan. I don't eat pigs and stuff, so mine don't smell like yours, but I know my shit stink too. So, I'm gonna mop my floors. I'm gonna just reset the energy after you leave. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? But that's why I said we gotta humble ourselves. And that's a triggering word for a lot of people in the spiritual community too, because we like to just big up ourselves and have this God complex, and that is beautiful, but it can also be the curse as well, because then we put ourselves on a pedestal and we look at everybody else as beneath, the energy that is negative as bad, or it's just like and ultimately at the same time it's contradicting, because we say that we want to heal the planet or we want to help raise the vibration of the collective. How are we going to do that if we're not even coexisting with the negative? A battery has two sides and they co-fucking exist. We got the negative on one side, we got the positive on one side. You don't see no battery with two pluses. You don't see no battery with two negatives. But we don't like that part. We don't like the discomfort. We'd rather just judge. We'd rather just isolate. We'd rather just separate. And we're literally contributing to the problem. You know what I mean? So it really takes an immense amount of self-awareness and also mental fortitude, but also ultimately getting connected to your why. Your why, what matters to you. And after experiencing financial abundance, after having a lot of my dreams come true when it comes to my personal relationship with my lover and my children and stuff like that, after having all that come together, it's like I'm still sitting back and I'm like, but my family though, but my blood though. I see what celebrities talk about when they're like, you can have all the money in the world, but if your relationships, if you're not happy at home, then what does that matter? And so that's why it's important for us to get to what matters. Yes, your purpose matters, and that's the thing. It's not about putting you first. It's not about putting them first. It's about putting your purpose first. And your purpose involves other people. Your purpose involves other people. No business run by just one man. The one man can't be the consumer and the freaking the what's the other side of the consumer, right? They not gonna be working in the register and coming to check them out at the same time. They putting they groceries on the belt, and then they gonna go around and then ring it up, and then they gonna go around and then put it in a bag, and then they go. No, we're sharing this space together. But that is a space that we have to navigate. And that's why it's important that we start holding ourselves accountable and then holding others accountable too. Because we keep regurgitating these narratives of, protect your peace. And we are becoming more and more separate. And that's a scary space to be in. It's a scary space to be in when it comes to just seeing how the world, and let's go with me. Don't get too all spiritual high. Come down. Come down to the motherfucking ground. Because remember, we are on earth. Okay? But I know we like to say, oh, I am safe. The universe provides. I have nothing. Fuck all that. This shit crazy out here in these streets. And it's nothing like being in a vulnerable space and you don't have nobody to lean on. You don't have nobody to lean on. You're in danger. You can pray to the invisible gods all you want to. But what about that physical pull-up? But you done cut everybody else off who could pull up on you. You know what I mean? So it's the duality that matters here. And I think that's what we need more of that in the spiritual community. Because it's too much of it's too high and I used to be there. So don't get me twisted. I told you, I used to be there. But like I said, I have experienced a lot of it. The dualities and where I've been overly dependent, or overly independent, and so I see the both, and I see how that can be a very dangerous and vulnerable spot, because then it's like, what about the foundation? What about the foundation? And a lot of why I'm doing what I'm doing as well too is I'm like, I am the ancestor. So I'm thinking about when I'm 80 and I got my daughter, I got my grandkids, and I want my family to operate in wholeness and in love and in respect, but then I have to be true with myself too. And I got to reflect on when I was 30. I'm 30 now. I don't want to be a hypocrite to where I'm telling them how they need to do. And I didn't do the damn thing. And it's different when you know better. And I know better. So I can't say, oh, I didn't know anymore. Like, let's say from this moment now. Let's say that from this moment now, I know what I know. And I still choose to, move a certain way. And then I'm 80. And I'm like, well, I can't say I didn't know. Okay, and I know that how I navigate this space right now with my siblings is going to set the foundation when it comes to my daughter and her connection with her cousins and her connection with her aunt. This is the village building energy that we're in right now. And so how are we going to build a village if we keep cutting off the motherfucking connections? How? Oh, I'm just going to worry about me and my family. Yeah. But then it's just y'all. Still no security net, no bond, no connection, no love, no nothing. We just blood? That's not cool. So it's a very, very intentional walk that has to be had if you choose to do that. But I know that, like I said, I'm the matriarch. I am the matriarch when it comes to my grandkids and my kids. And I have to be intentional with the now, because this is going to affect the later when it comes to relationships. And so even the ones that I want to be like, I'm good. You can deal with your shit and I'm good on it because I'm at peace with my own self. Yeah, all that's cool. Again. But what about later? What about when I'm gone? Now my niece ain't got no relationship with her aunt. She can't even call them her uncle or her aunt or even her cousins from that side because she don't even know who the fuck they are. It's my responsibility. It's your responsibility. And so be intentional. When it comes to your walk, be intentional. Work with the elements. The fires, the earth, the air, the water, the you. You are the elements. So it's not about putting the power in a jar, putting the power in a tarot card, putting the power in a flame. It's about you activating that power within you, you earthing yourself, you grounding yourself, you igniting that fire within you, you connecting with that water element, allowing that flow in, through you, to you, all of that. You breathing. You know what I mean? Intentionally walking, intentionally talking. Right? So these are just things that I've experienced over the past few years, and I am now doing damage control. And like I said, if I could help y'all not take some steps into darkness and you have to do the same damage control later, I pray that you take this. You know what I mean? That's why I encourage that y'all check in, because I'm going to always hold us accountable. I be getting in my ass too. And then being that I get in y'all ass, it's again, like I said, when I'm 80, I can't be a hypocrite. To thy own self be true. That don't sit right with me, baby boo. Because I told you, I'm a moon and cat, but I ain't no cat. So I have to be honest with myself. And I am not going to be up here telling y'all, hey, we need to. And then it's like, but Duüblé, what's the relationship with your family like? What's the relationship with? And I'm like, huh? That's ghetto as fuck. No, same for me. Same for me. And this is how we build. This is how we heal. And the healing it starts with you, but it does not end with you. It starts with you, and then we got to come into the relationships, and that's the ugly part that we don't like. We don't like that part. We don't like when we got to forgive. You know what I mean? Especially to those of us who have experienced some very traumatic things with certain family members, or friends or people that you don't even know. I know we all have different stories, and it may be very extreme. It may be very heavy for you. But I want you to remember, it will forever be heavy for you as long as you continue to carry it. Okay? And so it starts with you, and then we got to come back out. And then, because we'll find, you may try to isolate yourself all you want to. And you ever go outside, or then you go through that phase, and then you see, oh, I'm still here. You're still alive. You still exist. I got to sit by you at the funeral. Then what? Then what? So you're gonna forever be running. You're gonna forever be running, and you don't gotta run. You don't have to run. So let's chill. Let's sit still. Let's heal. Let's ask questions, and the truth will be revealed. But then we have to be honest with what we see. I'm seeing body dysmorphia. You know, like how the truth will look like one thing, but then you look in the mirror and it look like a whole different thing. No, let's Windex that bitch, because what you see is what the fuck you get. Let's be honest. But then sometimes we need people to hold us accountable too, and that's why I said, like, we had the message of the day the other day where it was, what was the message of the day? I said, if you're not open to constructive criticism, then you're not willing to grow. We don't like when somebody call us out. And that's when that manipulation word gets tossed around. That's when the gaslighting gets tossed around. All right. And I kind of shared this a little bit when it came to the question and answer segment the other day with the Logas. A lot of people don't understand why I move how I move with Logas. I can fucking talk my shit with Logas. Trust me, I'm a moon Capricorn. Me and Logas done went here, bitch, a million times. Okay, his Cancer moon and my Capricorn moon and his Aries sun and my Leo sun. Trust me, we've had our fair share of headbutting. But it was in time where I was like, Duüblé, shut the fuck up and listen to what he got to motherfucking say. Shit. You so quick to respond. You so quick to cry. You so quick to say, oh, he's being controlling, or oh, he's trying to manipulate. No, he's the fuck not. He's telling you about yourself and you don't like it. Let's be real. He's telling you about yourself and you don't fucking like it. It hurts. It makes you feel insecure. It makes you feel less than. It makes you don't like being wrong. Right? And so I navigated that space. And now I'm like, when I do say something, if it's something that I truly do believe, or I do have a strong understanding on, I'll go toe to toe. And then I'll be like, okay, well, I see my part and I see your part. But then there are also times where I'm like, you got it, boss. Like that time on live, he was speaking on why he don't care for numerology and astrology. And I was like, well, I beg to differ, because they are useful. And he was like, I didn't say they weren't useful. I said, I don't care about it anymore. Something along those lines. And I was like, true. I took what he was saying as him telling people, y'all shouldn't care about it. But that's not what he said. I took what he said and made something else up in my head and responded to that. And when he called me out on that, I was like, true. And a lovely on YouTube was like, well, she still have, what Kwame say? She still can feel what she feel. Yeah, and I felt what I felt, but that's not what was said. That's not what was really happening. Right? But old Duüblé, I would have been combative. Old Duüblé, I probably would have internalized it and been like, this motherfucker, he always think he right, or something. But since I've evolved out of that space, it's like I'm listening intentionally, and I'm like, hold on, what is being said right now? What is being said right now? What was said? What did you say? What did you think? And that's why I was like, he fucking right. Because I was taking it a whole different way. He didn't say nothing about y'all don't need to worry about it. He said to him, he made that very personal. So it's important that we start, we toughen up. All that bitch ass shit. You hurt my feelings. Feelings. It's all right to feel, but let's also be real. Goddamn. Because when we feel too motherfucking much, then we got all the water in our eyes and now our vision is blurred. Now we can't even see truth. We can't even see reality. We can't even hear because we listening with our eyes, right? We let our emotions just, drown out what else is happening, what's really happening, right? And that's why I said it's important that we not only hold ourselves accountable, well, it starts with us holding ourselves accountable. And then being okay with sometimes making other people feel a little uncomfortable, because it's like, hey, no, like Logas, he don't like hurting my feelings. He don't like when I'm, I'm walking around the house like this all day because I'm in my feelings. He don't like that. But ultimately he know that if he just pamper me, or if he just let it slide, it's not gonna help me grow. I ain't gonna get nowhere. I'm gonna just keep doing the same old shit. Right? Y'all, we've been up here for an hour, but we got what we needed. So I hope that you definitely took something away. Somebody may need to run this back, but I speak from experience, and I ultimately want us all to live a life worth living and having relationships with those who we love, and understanding that sometimes damage control has to be done, and it takes time. And in the meantime, just continue to plant your seeds, continue to work on your heart, to open your heart, because then you'll have to go through that rejection, right? You'll have to experience a lot of the things that you put out. It will come back to you. All things that you put out will come back to you, and it don't feel good. When my cousin rejected me, when I tried to give her my olive branch, it didn't feel good. I said, oh, that's what that felt like? Yikes. It didn't feel good, So I pray that y'all got what y'all needed. And I think it's time for us to go ahead and flow into the actual show. I've been seeing y'all talking in the comments. I didn't stop to read any of the comments because I would have gotten off track. But I know y'all got what y'all needed for sure. Of course, you said thank you. Yes, love. Yes, the inevitable truth says, for real, it's a fine line between protecting your peace and avoiding accountability. That. And a lot of the stuff a lot of it is around the feminine energy. Well, obviously we have a, masculine. I want y'all to don't take this and run with it where y'all, getting all offensive and defensive and, oh my gosh, it's meant to. But a lot of it is feminine energy that is broken, that is wounded, and that's why women's empowerment is like such a big thing now. And it's like, I was watching a Pop the Balloon reunion, and the woman was talking and they all were supporting the shenanigans. And I was like, this is why we are not getting anywhere as a collective. Because as the women, we are just so heavy on woman empowerment, protecting your peace, rights, and, overcoming manipulation. And it's like we done moved into the victim, and now we're just rebellious, and it's just a shit show. It's a shit show. And now we're projecting our shit onto other women. We're projecting our shit onto other men, and nobody's holding us accountable. Nobody's holding the women accountable. And then when the men want to hold us accountable, we label them as freaking manipulating, controlling, abusive, narcissistic. I forgot about that one. And it's like, no, we just a hot ass motherfucking mess, and let's be real. But we don't want to be real. Because then when we are real, it is revealed where we are ill. And don't nobody want to be sick, right? We don't want to, at least we'll rather mask the sickness. But we don't want it to really show up, and now we got to stay in the house and, take the Robitussin or whatever, go get your herb. We don't want to do that. We'd rather just, keep sniffing our motherfucking nose. The snot keep rolling down, and we, trying to spit it out just to kind of, no, we got to get that thing out. Right? We got hormones too, and why Deb said, for sure, but it is our job to manage that. It is our job to manage our hormones. It is our job to manage our emotions. What about that? And a lot of the times our emotions and our hormonal imbalance is connected to different things, right? But connected to our food and things, I share with us every now and then when it comes to our lunar cycle, the full moon, and we call it PMSing. On a deeper level underneath the surface, that is the truth within us coming to the surface. I'm talking about, I'm just, I'm mood swinging because it's that time of the month. No, you're mood swinging because these are things that you've been suppressing all month, boo-boo. These are things that you have not sat down and processed all month. You've just been trying to hustle and bustle and ignore it and sweep it under the rug. Shut up, Siri. Siri said, I'm confused. Me too. So that's our responsibility. See how quick we'll try to excuse? Well, the black women, and I ain't taking away from none of that. But come on, when are we going to take accountability? Ashe. Like, it's ridiculous. That's why the lovely, one time she came on YouTube, like I said before. But Duüblé, one of my prayers was a throat chakra. When I made a throat chakra prayer for me, so I can be an effective communicator, speaker, articulate my thoughts. And that prayer been on rotation all night. And I'm like, oh, this is a little sneak peek. Because Duüblé, I have I have a different perspective. We all have different perspectives, right? But we could talk about it. Lovely on YouTube one time said, hey, if you want your YouTube channel, go have your divine feminine talk on the behalf of the women. And I was like, I don't know if y'all right for that. Because I'm going to call us the fuck out. And I ain't say y'all because I am a part. I am a part of the whole. So I'm going to call us out. I'm going to call us up. Because it starts with us. It starts with us. So, well, that's the topic for another day. But I just wanted to, hell, I don't even know what I wanted to do, bitch. Hold on, I'm thirsty. So with that, let's go ahead and flow into the show. Guave said, yes, you on point tonight, friend. Throat chakra vibrating. Big facts. Big facts. So I love y'all. I'm at a crossroads. I probably hold on. Let's go ahead and get into the show because I want to talk about what I'm going to talk about. Do I even? I gotta do it. I gotta do it because I gotta do the intro for the show. But bitch, it's been an hour and I'm doing the intro. Hold on. Hold on. Shawty got mouth for days. So, welcome in. Welcome in to all of y'all. New and true, baby boo. Graffiti said deep discernment with Duüblé. No, facts. That really was a deep discernment session. And that's why I'm allowing myself to evolve in this season. We're going to talk about it though. But welcome y'all to the actual Crystaline Mars show. We about to go ahead and get it rolling. I am your co-host, Mrs. Duüblé Jones. I am the lady with the stones to come here and to leave us a fuck alone. Head up to CrystalineMars.com for all of your spiritual tools, gems, jewels, as well as y'all services. And meet us here every night. We go live between 8 and 8:15 p.m. Eastern time. We're on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and on Facebook at Crystaline Mars. So make sure you connect with us on all platforms. Also, I am accepting love donations when it comes to the full moon, the Gemini full moon ritual. Okay, I will be conducting a collective ritual when it comes to releasing, when it comes to cut and clearing, when it comes to severing ties with things that no longer serve, whether it's people, places, things, whatever it may be, okay? You can order your personal ritual on CrystalineMars.com, which includes a 7-day candle, or you can add your name to the collective ritual, which is you're going to be a part of the collective candle and ritual. So you're going to be sharing space. You can send your love offering in. It is a $15 minimum to be a part of the collective. And if you want to purchase your own candle, your own cut and clear, your own healing of the past candle, whatever it may be, you can do that on CrystalineMars.com. So if you'd like to add your name to the collective candle and ritual, it's Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, or Zelle. The information is down below in the description box. $15 minimum, like I said. The maximum is whatever is on your heart. So I will be conducting that ritual on December 15th. The full moon in Gemini peaks on December 15th, and that is when I will be conducting the ritual. It will be burning. The candle will be burning 7 days straight, and so it's going to be some time where the energy is going to be working. So at any time you can send your love offerings in. So that's that. And also when it comes to our YouTube channel, y'all, I am going to be making some adjustments. Y'all know we evolving. We are evolving, and I have been faithfully for about three months or so posting the daily energy every day. And it's now time for us to evolve. And so I will no longer, at least, well, I'm say I'm going to hiatus because this may come back in a new form. I'm not exactly sure, but I know in this moment it's time for me to allow for the Crystaline Mars YouTube platform to evolve. Okay. So I will make a closeout video tonight. I'm going to make that my business to post, to record after the show is over, because I did post one for 12/11 and I gave us a ritual to do, and I'm going to give us a 12/12 ritual to do on the show tonight. But I told the lovelies on the daily energy that I was going to come back and give y'all that. So I'm going to be a woman of my word, and I'm going to record a 12. Well, I did record a 12/12 video, but I got to come back to share the ritual. So I will be doing that tonight, but on YouTube, I'm going to be coming with different kind of content. I'm not going to give you all of the details on what I'm going to be doing, but it's more so going to be impromptu. It's going to be spiritually led, where, and that's another thing too. It's like I'm being called to, okay, it makes sense, Ashe. So this year has been heavy on the masculine energy for me. This has been one of the hardest years I've ever worked in my entire life. Okay. Just me coming up on live every day for it's been 10 months, with the exception of when we went to Atlanta a few weeks ago. And so, and that's just one thing. But when it comes to just my life, there's been a lot of things that I've had to take action on and lean heavily into my masculine and then have my feminine support, like my intuition lead me. But it was more so like, because my moon is in Capricorn, right? We're in the year 8. 8 represents Capricorn energy. And Capricorn energy is like, let's get it done. Capricorn energy is like schedule, routine, this, and then that, and then this. And it's order, and it's law, and it's fuck around, and it's find out, right? And so this year has been a lot of that for me. And I just got this download as I'm speaking. I'm now being called to lean more into my feminine and still show up. I'm still going to show up. We're still going to have the Crystaline Mars show, but in other areas of my life, allow flow. And even when it comes to the Crystaline Mars show, I want to hold on to it so bad. And I'm going to hold on to it until, I'm here till I'm not, but in other areas, I'm being called to flow. To flow. And so when it came to the daily energy, I was doing that consecutively every day. And now we're moving into year 2025, and that's the year 9. And there we have masculine energy and we have feminine energy, because the 9 represents Aries, which is masculine, and it represents Scorpio, which is feminine. So it's about the duality of both. So it's about, hey, Duüblé, you're going to show up consistently every fucking day with some things, Crystaline Mars show. And then there are other things that you're not. Because for me, I try to show up in every day in every way. Like even when it came to the jewelry, I would love to create a piece of jewelry every fucking day. I would love to post a jewelry piece every day. I would love to, like I said, do all of these things every day, but the way life is just lifing, it's not set up that way. And I'm like, I'm seeing where I have to, I went, and I'm so used to it, to doing it now, but now it's shifting. And I'm like, oh, okay. So not every day. Oh, okay. Like it's just, I'm being called to adapt. So when it comes to the content that I will be posting on YouTube, I'm gonna still be showing up, but it's gonna be different. Just like I said, when I finished, I was up till 6 a.m. and I started pulling cards for myself, and I was thinking about that too. I said, I don't pull cards for me. And so last night I was like, let me pull a little something. And it was so beautiful. And then I just got download, and it was like, all right, now go ahead and upload something for YouTube. Go ahead and pull some cards for the lovelies on YouTube. And I was like, okay. And I posted a video on YouTube, a channeled message, and it just flowed. And I was like, I love it here, And so I will be incorporating my numerology, my astrology. Y'all know how I do duology. But when it comes to the content, I'm open to exploring that. And I'm ready to evolve with y'all. So y'all stay tuned. Like I said, I will continue to do the daily energy on the show. But when it comes to the daily energy on the YouTube channel, 1212, and I'm like, wow, and just seeing how this is in alignment with the 1212 portal, I'm like, okay, this is literally like next level. It's like, okay, you're on the next level now. Like, you don't have to do everything. Everything's not gonna look the same. You're not gonna show up the same way as you did before, and I'm like, oh, freaking K. So I just wanted to let y'all know to expect some shifts there when it comes to the content that is posted on our YouTube channel. And that's why I encourage y'all to go to our YouTube channel, because our YouTube channel is about to turn up. I do feel like it's going to be more lesson based. It's going to be more like, it's I can't get into it. You see, I'm trying to, but yes, y'all. So head over there. And like I said, this is the last show of the week. We will be returning on May 16th. Not May, bitch. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Not May 16th. On, what's May 16th? That made me want to mark the calendar, bitch, because what is that? We will be returning. It made me want to go back, though. Hold on. I'm just curious, because why that came up? May 16th. Okay. That's interesting. I don't know. We're going to see. But anyway, nonetheless, we're going to be back on December 16th for the Crystaline Mars show. And that's why I wanted to remind y'all about the full moon ritual, and I'm gonna try to record a video to like maybe tap in sometime throughout these 4 days just to remind y'all. But nonetheless, that's why I just encourage that you go ahead and send your love offering in now, just in case you fuck around and forget. Okay, but yeah, I believe that's everything. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the message of the day. 80 minutes later, like this is wild. Y'all laughing. I said May 15th. The inevitable truth said what she is trying to say is yesterday's price is not today's price, as you should know for sure. For sure. Because remember yesterday, I was like, Lord, y'all, I'm going to have to record all these videos because I'm about to go out of town. And y'all should have seen me. I was over here with the pendulum because I just wanted to know. I was like, am I just in my feelings? And so I'm like telling myself, oh, you don't have to show up the same way. Y'all should have seen me. I'm pulling cards, like, just confirm it. You know, confirm my intuition. I'm over here with the pendulum, like, do I need to record a video for this week? This bitch saying no. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, oh, all right. I just wanted to make sure. Because I know sometimes, well, in the past, I would easily talk myself out of shit and I make a whole storyline that validates what I just made up. And so, I love that. We have the ball drop playing right here in the background. But let's go ahead and get into the message of the day, y'all. So the message of the day is, look what you've done. Look at what you've done. And this can honestly be taken different ways. This is a period of reflection that you're being called into. Makes sense because we are entering the shadow period for the full moon. This is our last full moon of 2024. I'm my bad, y'all. I'm like, I didn't record a full moon video. Am I gonna record a full moon video, bitch? I don't know. We're gonna let that bitch go. I'm gonna show up how I need to show up when I need to show up. But anyway, the full moon in Gemini, energy is calling for us to reflect on the duality, on the positives and the negatives, the yin and the yang, the dark and the light, the good and the bad, the happy and the fucking sad, and just reflect on what you've done. Look at what you've done. Look at what you've done that worked. Look at what you've done that did not work, right? And but with that, look at what you've done. When I first got that download, it did feel like it was something that came full circle. That was in result of what you've done. Because I started hearing the Drake song. It's a Drake song called Look What You've Done. And at the end of that song, his grandmother was up there talking to him and it was like, I thank you so much, for having me stay in this comfortable place. And this was like, right, I think this one was on the Take Care album by Drake. This is like when he was like really starting to take off with his music and stuff like that. And I guess his money was money in it and he was able to help his grandma and stuff like that. And so it did feel like that was from the ancestors, where the ancestors was like, thank you, for what you've done. Thank you for, making this a comfortable space for me. Thank you for help, doing the healing on my behalf. Thank you for restoring the faith or the faith in our bloodline or whatever it may be. Right. So definitely just reflect on what you've done. Give yourself the flowers and also be humble, have humility and be humble and don't, because there may be some things that are a result of what you've done. And like I said, you don't need to make an announcement. You don't got to boast, right? Just continue to coast, continue to do what you do on purpose and think about, like I said, the future. What you're doing now is literally paving the way for later. So just make sure it aligns. All right. So that's the message of the day. It's 10:10 as I speak. Ashe. So what? We getting into the daily energy. It's okay because we're here. Y'all, and I'm hitting the road first thing in the morning, but I am up. I am fully energized. Melanated. Hello, Soul Rocker. Melanated said, yep, that's what I immediately started singing. One of my favorites. Yes. It's like old 9 in your basement and I'm Love Mary or whatever her name was. Okay. What we got here? So if you want to delve deeper in regards to the 1212 portal energy, check out our YouTube channel. As soon as you go to the YouTube channel, you'll see the video there. But also, I'll be covering just the daily energy as a whole and not more so on the 1212 energy. It's more so just the daily energy. So let's get into it. Hold on. All right. So 1212. So we have Oshun energy here heavily. Okay. Because 1212, the daily energy adds up it equates 5. So it's a 5-day. 5 is Oshun's number. The 12th adds up to 3. That's also Oshun's energy. All right. We have the 12th month. That's also Oshun's energy. It's Thursday, Jupiter. And I personally, I don't know if this is a thing for everybody else, but just me personally from my connections with Oshun. And to those of you who don't know, Oshun is the goddess of love, beauty, fertility, money, prosperity, wealth, expansion. And just from my connections and my studies and just putting everything together, she's connected to that Jupiter Sagittarius energy that is on Thursday. So we got the 333 energy here because Thursday represents 3 in numerology. We got the 12th month, that's 3. It's the 12th day, that's 3. All right, so we already have this beautiful energy on top of the 12-12 period. The moon is in Taurus, which is a very beautiful time to have this energy. This does feel like it's going to be a very beautiful full moon and a very grounding time because the moon is in Taurus. Taurus is a very beautiful sign when it comes to just being resilient, when it comes to just keeping it cool, even in the midst of chaos, when it comes to having a level head, when it comes to dealing with confrontations or uncomfortable situations. So if that does come up for you, it's going to be coasty. It's going to be cool waters for the most part, calm waters. I channeled Crossing the Threshold, and what just came on is Walking by Mary Mary, and it goes like, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking. And I have to share the daily energy on our YouTube later because, like I said, we have to continue our meditation. Did anybody do the meditation today that I talked about when I said, create the door, unlock the door, open the door, we're gonna cross the threshold on 12-12? Did anybody do that meditation today? But nonetheless, tomorrow we're crossing the threshold. Tomorrow we're walking into this new timeline, into this new energy, and it's so beautiful, okay? I did channel frequent urination. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if somebody has a UTA or you may just be super hydrated this day. Speaking of, I am thirsty. But I channel frequent urination. So definitely be ready to go to the bathroom. Or make sure you go to the bathroom before you leave the house or whatever. And don't hold your bladder because you don't want it to turn. I said UTA. Why ain't nobody say nothing? Y'all gonna let me say UTA and go on by my day and look crazy? Thank you. Drunken talking about what's a UTA. I don't know. I meant to say UTI. I meant to say UTI. But oh man, so give your urinary tract some attention, okay? So it don't go into an infection, okay? So I channel also that we as a collective may feel some energy moving in our sacral chakra for the feminine in your womb area as well as the crown, okay? Timeline shift. Everything may look the same, but it all feels different, okay? So when it comes to you rising in the morning, it's just like you may literally just feel like this high or this elevated high vibrational energy, but you may still be in the same house. You may still go to work like you normally do, but it's just like it feels different. And that's why we just got to give things time because things are slowly about to, you said y'all knew what I meant. I say, but y'all got to still let me know because I still said it. You talking about urinary tract adventure? No, for real. But yeah, so we just got to give it time as it slowly begins to materialize, but we're going to feel this shift, this activation on this day for sure. Yeah, a lot of us are going to feel as if we're floating. That's why I said high as fuck. We may be around a lot of energies as well because of this 5 energy. It's a 5-day. And being that we have this 333, that's Jupiter times 3, that's expansion times 3. And being that it's a 5-day, it's like, okay, it's time for you to now fly. We did do the spiritual exercise on this past Sunday where we transformed into the butterfly and it was time for us to fly. This is that energy when it comes to being a social butterfly, when it comes to, talking to people, because some of y'all like to be by yourself or y'all like to be quiet and be observers. And on this day and even moving forward, this is going to be like an energy that you're going to be called to really like grow comfortable in. But adapt and communicate and vibe with those around you, okay? Come out of hiding. It's time for you to reintroduce yourself. All right. Interesting because That song is Allow Me to Reintroduce Myself. My name is Hove, H to the O-V. And y'all know, and this could just be metaphorically speaking, but y'all, my arm is itching like crap. But y'all know since the whole Diddy thing happened, they started like putting Jay-Z with, they started like talking about how Jay-Z was connected. And y'all know Jay-Z was quiet this entire time. Jay-Z was quiet this entire time, and he done popped up with his baby boo with his daughter because of the Mufasa movie or whatever that's coming out on the 20th. And so they like, it's like he was in hiding, but now he popping out, but he's still not saying much. But then I just saw that something, he got accused of something. We don't know if it's true or not, right? We just know what they say. But now he's speaking up, he's speaking out, communicating, right? And so that is the energy that I feel for you when it comes to you. Just, you may have been ducked off, you may have been hiding, you may have been just keeping your things to yourself. And Spirit's like, I need you to bring that ass out, Mufasa. Okay, I need you to bring that ass out. And it does feel like it's something with, it has something to do with like grounding, because I'm just seeing the Mufasa movie is more, it's like, I think it's not real animals. I don't know what it's called, but it's not like the cartoon version, how, you know, the Lion King was like the cartoon version. It's like the real version. So it's like, it's time for you to move more into this balance. Earth yourself, God damn it. Earth yourself, and let's create this balance. Let's find this balance when it comes to just coexisting and embracing our spirituality, embracing our differences, but also embracing our similarities as well. Okay, animated. Yeah, thank you. So I channeled love, love, love. So there may be a lot of love in the air, and I channeled celebrate. You've done the work needed to advance. So definitely give yourself your flowers on this day. You may feel like you want to jam to some music, dance to some music, pour up some wine, however you do what you do. But a lot of us are going to feel in this celebratory energy as if we made it cross the threshold, like we made it onto the other side here. And so when it comes to the meditation, visualize that same door that you visualized today, right? And to those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, today's homework, today's soul work was for us to go into meditation and to visualize a super large door. This door is about 10 times larger than you. Call forth Ilegwa, Papa Legba, Eshu. Call him forth, say his name aloud, and he will show himself. You may hear dogs barking. He may show himself as a child, or he may show himself as an elderly man with a dog with a cane, and ask him, to hand you the keys so you may unlock the door. And he'll hand you the keys, unlock the door, and everybody opened the door today who did do the exercise, and we were going to cross the threshold on 12/12. So when it comes to the 12/12, visualize that same door, visualize it how you left it, right? You opened it, you was able to see on the other side or not. But now on 12/12, I want you to go back to that space and actually cross the threshold and walk on to the other side of this door here, okay? So that's going to be very, very powerful when it comes to us walking in to and through this portal. And that's why I want y'all to head over to Crystaline Mars. Okay. Y'all may need to head over to crystalinemars.com and look at the rituals. It's a whole bunch of rituals that I provide, but the higher wisdom may be a good one for a lot of you. But yeah, so that's the meditation that I wanted to tell y'all to do on this day so we can bring that energy full circle. The crystals for the day are citrine, pyrite, moldavite, and super 7. And the colors for the day are white. Face the East said, is this a guided meditation or we do it on our own? Y'all do this on your own. We're doing this on our own. That's why I just gave you the little rundown, the blueprint, but that's a space that you share by yourself. Well, you do for yourself with your people. But that's what we got here. So now we're going to move into tarot tea time, y'all. You so annoying, Drum King. I am not repeating it. Peace, Sky. Sky said, hi, I'm your biggest fan. Today's my birthday, so if you can, shout me out. Ashe. Happy birthday, Sky. And you're not my biggest fan. You may be my biggest lovely or one of my biggest lovely. But happy birthday to you. Merry solar return. But speaking of gratitude, I'm not a big bragger, right? But I have to brag on our lovelies who showed up and showed so much love. Like I said the other day, Thank you to Guave and Blaze for gifting me with an oracle deck. Thank you to Kyla. Kyla Boykin gifted me with the other oracle deck that I wanted today. And so I thank y'all so much for y'all gifts. And it was put on my spirit because I told y'all I don't like asking for stuff. I just love what I do. I show up, I share the space with you, and I go on about my business, right? But I really felt led to allow myself to receive. I am such a giver, and I will literally like, I would give you, I wouldn't even settle for the crumbs. I would literally be like, you can have the crumbs and I'll just go get another bag, you know? But I just feel led to allow myself to receive love as well. So I did draft up a wish list of just essentials, things that I use to keep myself balanced or cleansed, right? Spiritual tools that I would love to add when it comes to our shows, or add when it comes to our rituals and things like that. And so I do have a link on Amazon, and I need to put it into our YouTube. I need to put it into our YouTube description box, but at the moment, I'll do that after the live ends. But at the moment, it is in our Instagram. It is in our Instagram links. It's in our Instagram links. If you look in our Instagram bio, you'll see the links, and it says Gift Duüblé. And there I have like things starting as low as like $5, I think. Just like I said, just things that I use on a regular, and some things that I would love to bring to the table and share with you ultimately. And so thank y'all in advance. Thank you to all of you who have shown love. Like, it really means a lot. And I send what you send back times 10, even if, you know, none of y'all don't purchase any of the things on the gift list. I thank you for sharing this space. Nonetheless, I thank you for having a heart to want to do so. So thank y'all so much. I love you. And I just wanted to let y'all know that we have that there, and it's going to be there always. And just over time, I may add stuff to it whenever, I don't know. But yeah, go check it out and see what you like. See what you like for me to have from you. But yeah, so let's go ahead and flow into the tarot. I did get 2 love offering readings, or 2 love donations. So I'm going to get into those lovies first, and then we'll get into the collective. And don't forget, if y'all do want a personal reading, y'all can always book on crystalinemars.com. I love you. Kyla or Drum King said, what does your earrings mean? So this is the Ankh, and this is an Egyptian cross, which symbolizes the duality between the divine feminine and masculine energy. And this is the tree of life, which represents the ancestral energy, and the roots, our connections to the roots, our roots. AKA, they call this the Timberland sign. So we have a love offering from Kenya. And thank you, Tiffany, for your love offering. But we have Kenya. I thought I saw somebody else, but I think it was just Kenya. So Kenya, are you here? Beautiful lady. She won a general. Ashay. Can it be like a registry? So once it's bought, it's removed? Yes, it is set up that way. It is set up that way, where when it's purchased, it'll show you that it's like, I think it shows you that it's unavailable or something like that. But yes, that's my little spiritual registry. Thank y'all. So are you here, babe? Oh, there you go. You said here. Okay, so general for lovely. Let's see what we got here. So I want to start with an angel number. I am up, y'all. And it's going to be like a 7-hour trip to Savannah, but... And it's interesting because I'm so up. Like, I don't know what's been going on with me. I went to bed at 6:30 a.m. and I rose at 12. And I am not tired. And I'm going to be up again tonight because I have to pack. And so I'm going to be up till God knows when tonight. And I'm going to wake up again and hit the road. I'm like super excited. Okay, boo. Do I sell them? I do not sell these at the moment. I do not sell these at the moment. That's what I'm going to add to my registry as well, because I got to get my book. This is what I'm currently reading, y'all. I'm coming, lovely. I'm coming, baby boo. I know you like Duüblé. I've been up here for 12 hours waiting on you. But I had got this book from Barnes & Nobles. It's called Astrology by Carol Taylor, and I freaking love it. But when our things got stolen at the mall, she took all of my books, my palmistry books, my numerology books, my astrology books, the books that I did have that I was using, I had at the kiosk, and they were stolen. So I will be adding some new books to my registry, and thank you to those of you who are going to support me with getting my shit. So let's see what we got here for baby. All right, you have 1212. Baby boo! You got 1212 energy levels. Oh, it's 2121. It's 2121, but that's still 1212. And don't I see 1212. Hell. But it's 2121. It's still in alignment. Same energy though. And it reads, that day you're waiting for will come. Maintain discipline. You're getting closer to your end goal. There's no need to overextend yourself. Guard your energy to remain focused. It will pay off. It's a climb, not an elevator ride. Trust in you. I channeled that. Oh my God. Lovely. I need you to look, beautiful lady. I need you to head over to YouTube after this and look at the ancestral message, because I literally had a message in regards to climbing early this morning. But with this day that you're waiting for will come, this is definitely connected to this 1212 portal. Like I said, it's going to be we're going to be in this portal from 1212 to 1221 here. So over the next week, 2 weeks, it's going to be very, very transformative. So you definitely want to stay focused and be intentional during this time, okay? It does feel like something is requiring a shift here. Something is requiring for you to shift or show up different. You watched it already. Look at you! Yes, that was episode confirmation. It's a climb. So continue to climb that mountain. We have main female. We have 21 right here. We have journey. Main male. I meant not main female. So we have main male. We have family room. And we have journey. So this is beautiful. So with this main male, this is giving like the masculine energy in you. We have the family room energy. This is card number 21, which is Papa Legba's energy that I just talked about with crossing the threshold. And then we have journey here. So let me get some clarity. Yeah, and I got to ask more questions for clarity right here. So give me one for this energy right here. Okay, or two. Okay, we have Anubis here. And we have leveling up in reverse. Okay. Okay, so for you, lovely, it does feel like you need to be intentional. It feels like your spirit team is calling for you to do some work on the behalf of somebody, even if it's just pray for them. Okay, because with this leveling up, this does feel like something that's, descending. And it's like you are the bridge. We have 333 here. It's like you are the bridge, and with this Anubis energy, this is God of the underworld. You may have, I'm not sure if you're into tarot or cards or something like that, but it feels like you got to go down in the attic, in the basement, because I see you walking downstairs into a dark space. And so that could be you asking questions to get more information to, in regards to somebody's mental space or spiritual space or something like that. What we got here? We have divorce. Okay, cord cut and clear. Interesting. Hold on. Processing. Divorce processing. Okay. So it feels like there is this feels like it's gonna be a tough one for you, because it's like a tug of war I'm feeling right now. But it's like it's something that you're gonna have to do that you're not gonna want to do. Here, it does feel like it's connected to the heart center though. But it feels like it's also something that you need to cut and clear. We have Oya in reverse. Okay. Oya is a storm, so that's things being quiet. Okay, be quiet. Unexpected change in reverse. So there may be some information that comes through in regards to some things that are about to shift. It doesn't feel like you're going to be caught off guard. You're going to get notified here. I'm hearing the quiet before the storm. And the storm doesn't feel like a bad storm. It just feels like, you know, things shaking up here. We have the sacral chakra in reverse. Sacral chakra in reverse. Okay. We have expanding family. Give it time in reverse. Yes in reverse. Ogun upright. Dress to impress. Okay. So there, yeah, it feels like it's a shift when it comes to what it is that you consume, what it is that you give your energy, because it does feel like there is a leak. It is affecting your energy in some way, shape, or form. It feels like you take 3 steps forward and you take 10 steps back here. But with this sacral chakra being in reverse, it may be a block. It could be something that you're attached to or addicted to. This could be a block in your sacral energy. Yeah, this could be you not even trusting your gut, not trusting your intuition here. And you definitely want to tackle this sooner than later, because I do see it impacting you negatively if you don't. It's like a cold, and it's in its early stages where you're seeing the sniffles, or your body's like trying to say like, hey, like I'm at this ease right now. I need this to be detoxed or cleansed out, and you just ignore it, and then it builds up and the mucus builds up, and now you're down bad. So whatever this is that you know you need to go ahead and clear out, cleanse, detox, change, go ahead and do that here, because we have to give it time in reverse. So that's like, no, we don't have time to wait. And the yes is in reverse. So again, no, we don't have time to wait. We have Ogun here. It does feel like you are being protected here, but it's like you have to do the work. You have to do the work to take the initiative, and then Ogun and Oya will be able to come through and like help you fight it off. But you gotta like, it's like you're creating a space for it to be like you're okay with it being being a host for it or something like that. And even if you're not okay, you're not getting rid of it, so it's just here. But we have the dress to impress. This shift is bringing you closer to your desires. So I don't know what your situation is when it comes to your dress code. Get ready to celebrate. So yeah, definitely tomorrow with this 12-12 energy, I would definitely get pretty. I don't know if you like to get pretty. It does feel like you like to get pretty, but you know, definitely just be intentional when it comes to your dressing. Dress how you want to be addressed here, and prepare yourself for this this energy that's coming in for you, because it does feel very beautiful. It does feel like it's been a long road, something coming full circle here, but you just got to clear out this last little residual energy, okay? So that's what I got for you, pretty lady, beautiful lady. And next up we have lovely, and then we're going to get into the collective. Tiffany. Oh no, that was it. So it's collective time. Yay. I need to charge this phone, y'all. My phone down. Hold on, y'all. All right, heart check. Y'all go drop y'all hearts real quick, and we about to get into the collective. Let's sync our hearts. Let's sync our hearts. May we open our hearts to receive. All right. Nothing but the truth. So help me God. All right, y'all. So collective perspective. Let's see what we got here right now. You just sent in for a reading? Oh, you sure did. You want a love reading? Okay. And I'm so excited because they ordered a love. They ordered a love deck. Blaze and Guave ordered a love deck. So when it comes to love readings, I can look at the love deck. Ashay, thank y'all for the hearts. Let's see what we got here. Oh, my honey. Lovely talking about what you got there, honey pie. And it reminded me that I did not pour my tea. You said that one was collective. You thought so? That resonated with you? So tonight's tea, I got hibiscus. You know, it's been like 2 days or a day that I ain't have no hibiscus. So I got hibiscus. I have blue lotus. And what was the other one? hibiscus, blue lotus, and lavender. So we're going to see. I'm sure it's going to be good because it got hibiscus in it. And I have my little slice of lemon and my 5 tablespoons of honey. I need to slow my roll with the honey because it's like it defeats the damn purpose how much honey I use. But, you know, God not through with me yet. One of these days. But I just want to stir this up real quick. And then we're going to get into Blaze Love reading real quick. Come on, not the Marvin Gaye, the Beyonce Marvin Gaye song playing. I just talked about that celebratory energy. Y'all know this was like the anthem of one of them summers. What we got here? With the homecoming. All right, here. So we got this. What's this love energy for Blaze? So we're going to do Blaze love reading and then we're going to get into collective. Hey, from Brazil. Thank you for the love. You said wonderful tea blend. We're going to see how it tastes. Again, I've had all these herbs, but I usually pair them with like 12 other herbs. So I'm kind of getting to embrace them in their individuality. So we're going to see what they taste like. Okay, so we have starting fresh. We have starting fresh. And it does feel like I'm feeling like this appetite increase. So I'm not sure if you're ready for love, but I do feel like it's something that you're craving, honestly. All right. We got starting fresh. Step out of your comfort zone. You are about to create something meaningful. All of your skills and talents will bring you auspicious profits. Build up your confidence and trust in your decisions. So with this starting fresh energy, it does feel like it does feel like you're going to be there. This person that is coming in for you, you're going to be like a teacher for them and they're going to be an asset for you as well. But you're definitely going to be like in a leadership position for sure. And they want to learn, they want to lead. So it's not like you're going to have to force. You're not going to have to force your teachings or your perspective or anything onto nobody else. Like they want to know what you think. They want to know what you know. Let's see what else we got for this love. What else do we have for the love? We got the marriage card right there too. Okay. We have you have big shoes to fill, but there's always room to grow. And we have leap of faith. Jump first. The universe will catch you here. So this could be something that you need to take initiative on. But okay, interesting. It does feel like let it come to you. You may see somebody who you're interested in and you don't have a problem with, putting yourself out there. Like, especially with that Aries energy, you like, if I want you, like, I'm going to make it known. And it does feel like, just make yourself available, but let it come to you. Let it come to you because you typically do jump first. But it does feel like, nah, just be available. And I'm not saying play games or play like a cat and mouse chase, but it does feel like let it come to you. Let me see. We have yes. Yeah. Yeah, like let something choose you. Let something choose you and you're going to be like, yes, yes. Hold on. This person feels like pretty different. We have Karmic Lover came out. Okay, interesting. Okay, so with this Karmic Lover, this energy does feel familiar to you. It does feel familiar to you, but it doesn't feel like the trauma or the drama is attached. This person may remind you of an ex and the things that you used to love about your ex, okay? Because when it comes to our ex, we like to be like, but then it's like, okay, but there were some things that you did love about them. And so this could be like things that you did love or like maybe physical assets or something like that. But it does feel like this familiarity here. And this can even be somebody from a past life that y'all are now coming together as well. Interesting. Yeah, I'm seeing a past life connection and y'all were sisters. Don't tell me this the sister, the twin from that past life that we read the other day. Is this the twin sister from that life? Hold on, wait. Hold on. Is this the twin sister from that life? Oh, bitch, it's the twin sister from that life. Oh, but that's the one where she was jealous on Blaze and she was like, she wasn't coming with good energy. So why is she coming around to be the lover this time? Okay, so there could have been some healing. There could have been some cleanup. Or this is going to happen after you do the clearing, the cut and clearing or something like that. To where now it's like you're going to be able to reset and the energy will be able to manifest or reincarnate or like incarnate using a vessel or something like that. Fawn said assets. You like that? That's interesting. That's interesting. Wow. 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 Makes sense. Starting fresh, Blaze. Wow. Blaze. So, Blaze, this one of them things that you might want to keep to yourself until y'all damn married, bitch. But no, facts. So, like, this is not necessarily for you to make an announcement when it comes to when you meet them in the physical realm. Because when it comes to our past lives, not everybody remembers their past lives. Hence why we, channel, we go on meditations, we have cards and, different things to remind us. But they may not remember right away. And so you don't need to be coming in like, yo, you was my sister and you didn't, like, not that soon. Like, we could talk about it a little later, but that makes sense with this starting fresh energy where now the energy is like, because it's not about it being your sister and now your sister is your lover. And like, don't get so caught up in this meat suit shit to where you're like missing the whole point. It's energy. Okay. The energy is now ready to come back to reconcile, to work together, to build together, to love on each other from a space of, like unconditional and true love. Okay. So this could be a very deep connection, and you may have your guard up or they may have their guard up, and it could be from that past energy, and y'all gonna have to work through it with love and grace. Okay. We have unexpected gift here. And we have moving state here. So there may be a shift. This could be connected to you moving, or somebody could be moving into state. But unexpected gift, okay. Moving state, like I said, once this energy moves out, this unexpected gift, this energy will be able to come in. But it could also be, it could have to do with physical relocation as well. There may be an unexpected move. We have heart chakra in reverse. So this is confirmation. So like I said, starting fresh, you may have your guard up. They may have their guard up. You may be a little, there may be some healing that needs to take place. Because remember I said in that past life, this sister definitely had it out for you. She was definitely she had it out for you. Yes. And we have the Libra here with the balance. This is the heart energy. And we have 555. So 5, 10, 15, 6. That's 6 as well. Bruh, can I get a time frame? This could be between the first and the third month, or maybe even between now or between January and Aries season. You said, oh my gosh, she's a Libra. Who's a Libra? You already know who this is, or is what you talking about? But that's what I got for you. So things may definitely be unfolding. We got 2 weeks notice, so it may be even sooner than that. But yeah. So that's what I got for you, Blaze. Now, collective, y'all. Ashe. You say yes. You already know who it is. Wow. Ashe. All right, y'all. So collective. I want y'all to take what resonates and leave what does not. Take what resonates and leave what does not. Let me see. It's just something about that hibiscus. Have y'all ever had hibiscus before? Like, this tea is so good. And when I try to not drink it with the hibiscus, it just does not hit. That hibiscus literally makes or breaks the tea. It does. Guave talking about Blaze and somebody sitting in the tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. You so crazy. You love elderberry hibiscus? I never had that. You love hibiscus for sure. That's my favorite. You said light and refreshing. I love it. Sweet cherry pie. Okay, come on, y'all. Somebody may have worked at a country bar. Okay, country strip club or some shit. We got car troubles and we got expanding family here. Okay. Hold on. Y'all just bear with me. Sweet cherry pie with turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon. Ooh, that sounds good. Turmeric hibiscus white tea is the best. Where you get the white part from? I just got regular. You said hibiscus is my favorite. It's what Kool-Aid should have been. So y'all hip. Y'all already know. That's why I love it. Okay. What else we got? We got to get ready to celebrate. We got car troubles, expanding family, get ready to celebrate. Somebody there may be something going on literally with somebody's car, and you may be getting a bigger car. Somebody may be getting a bigger car for this expansion family. Something may not be wrong with your car, but some of y'all like, I just want a new car, or this is just like too tight. But to those of you who that does not resonate with, this does feel like it's been a long time or a hard time when it comes to your relationships or calling in your soul tribe. I'm hearing weirdos. So some of y'all may have been meeting weirdos, right? People who seem like they're in alignment or soul kindred spirits, and then you talk to them for 3 more seconds and you're like, hold on, wait, I thought it was. But get ready to celebrate. This is something coming in very soon. We have Yemeya here. So car troubles and healing. Yeah, this does feel like it's connected to divine feminine energy. You may have been doing a lot of healing when it comes to just certain wounds, right? It could be connected to women in your life, your mother, or you've just been like working on nurturing yourself and having more compassion and grace and just forgiving yourself for the past things that you actively participated in. But with the expanding family, we have the leap of faith here. Yemiya also, she protects the children. She comes in when it comes to family matters. So, like more so, but for the divine feminine here. And we have, okay, hold on. We have leap of faith here. Jump first and the universe will catch you. So there may be something that tries to talk you out of this, right? You may feel like you're not ready. You may feel like you're not worthy. You may be like, well, this failed in the past or whatever. And I definitely don't want you to limit yourself. So like I said, these may be some things that you need to release. I think I said that yesterday. There may be some things that you need to release when it comes to your expansion, because with this expanding energy, we're going to be in an expansive energy on 12/12 because one, it is a Thursday, which is Jupiter's planet, or Jupiter's day, and Jupiter is the planet of expansion. We have the 333 energy. That is also Jupiter energy, and 333 adds up to 9. That speaks of the endings and beginnings. We have the first of the month playing right now, and that was the first of the month was the new moon in Sagittarius. So that Sag showing up again. So you might want to like go look back at your new moon manifestations or something like that. You may be at a halfway mark. There may be some halfway mark or some clarity that comes through here. We have you handled that situation appropriately. Some of y'all may also, like I said, need to go head over to that YouTube video that I posted earlier this morning. But get ready to celebrate. You handled that situation appropriately. So there could have been something that you just, a decision that you had to make or something that you had to do, and you passed the test, essentially. You did what you needed to do. You responded how you needed to respond. And that has granted you access. And he just said, we having a celebration. Let us stay high. Let's see what we got. Okay, so this is, the card says, why do you keep lying to yourself? They told and showed you the truth. But it's like this. So it does feel like there is something that's being negotiated, something that's being worked through. Somebody's being dealt with right now. And not like I'm not getting like a ass beating kind of way. It's like somebody may be sitting with their decisions or something like that, or somebody may be sitting with their perspective, like, and just thinking. Somebody may be even having a change of heart very soon as well. Okay. This could have been somebody who you had some resistance. Maybe y'all didn't see eye to eye. Let's see. We have single parent. It was in reverse though. The initials T may be significant. J, T, J, L, R. Somebody may be a junior. But the single parent in reverse. And then we have pick a side and stay on it. Okay. So with the single parent in reverse, pick a side and stay on it. Like I said, somebody's like weighing out both options or trying to look at something from a different perspective here. Maybe there was some time that had to be apart. Somebody may be a single parent and they may have just been really, really stressed out or overwhelmed and just like doing some healing here. This could be like a single mother here. All right. Somebody could be a Libra. There could have been like a custody battle involved as well. Like, it just feel like it's been a lot of stuff. And somebody just been like just trying to take it and navigate this space in a very successful way. We got keep this a secret. Keep this a secret. Keep what a secret? Keep what a secret? I like these new little cards I added to the OG deck. We got an OG deck extendo clip. Keep what a secret? Keep what a secret? Rest and prepare. Things are about to pick up. Okay, tell me more. What? Because that card been coming out a lot lately. Tell me more. We have rebirth. This could have something to do with a pregnancy or a new job or something like that, because we do have the single parent, so we have that parental energy here, but we have rebirth. We have a rebirth here. Rest and prepare. Things are about to pick up. Rebirth. Keep this a secret. And this can also be, okay, some of you may also, this could be like a relationship, right? Let's say you was on strike, bitch, with your lover. Y'all had some time apart and y'all are actually going to come back together. Like, you know, say you talk to your partner or your person. You're like, you know what? I want to start over. I want to start anew. I want to move in with you. Like, let's go ahead and do it again. And Spirit's like, don't make it a fucking announcement. Like, you don't got to tell your friends, like, girl, Jaquel moved back in the house or whatever. Like, you don't have to make an announcement when it comes to this rebirth. Like, keep them on the need to know, I'm hearing. Keep them on the need to know. We have 1 week here. Ooh, baby! What? Tell me more. It's okay to ask for help in reverse. So this does feel like it's something that, you know, you may have to make a decision. And it feels like, you know, with that, it's okay to ask for help. It's like, nah, you don't need nobody help. Like, or not you don't need nobody help, but like ask your ancestors, ask your guides. Ask your guides, but don't call your friend, don't call your mama, don't call your sister for advice with this. Not with this. Like, you just definitely that need to be an A and B conversation, a you and your higher self conversation here. Like, that is heavy on to keep them on the need to know. Consistency builds character. So yeah, there's something that you've been battling. Somebody has been fighting consistently. And you're like, you know what? It's time for me to now rest. Like, I got all my muscles up. Like, I'm ready. I was in the ring. I beat that ass. And now I could go sit that ass down here. It does feel like that. Somebody now can get out of the ring and rest and sit and let somebody else get into the ring. And now you're just observing here. Tisha may be significant. We have Gemini. Gemini here. We do have the full moon in Gemini. Something may be revealed around Gemini season, but that's too far out. It feels like it's closer. So we have promotion here, Gemini and promotion. Okay, with the Gemini, that's the duality to both sides, right? That's the crazy and the cool. That's the sexy and the ugly. Even though those aren't synonyms, but they are kind of. But we got to get ready to celebrate. Okay, and we have a promotion. All right. Remember, Spirit says shush. This is a secret here. So this is something that you may just need to keep in the dark. Gemini, that's what it is. Geminis can talk a fucking lot. You know, Geminis can fucking talk. And so, shut up. Okay. What's up? Shut up. Let me tell Brother Logas to come on. I need to shut up. Shit. It's 10:10 again. It's 10:55. I need to shut up. Shit. Okay. What's up? Shut up. Dum 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 dum. Okay. What's up? Shut up. All right, what else we got? So we got the promotion. Shut the hell up. We got the solar plex chakra. Tell me more. We have Aries. Ugh. Okay, what? Okay, tell me one more. We have asked more questions for clarity. Solar plex chakra. Aries, ask more questions for clarity. Okay, so I'm getting, there may be something that you want to just do. You may feel very impulsive because there may be a lot of things, like you may be pulled in different directions with that fucking Gemini. Now it's coming together because I'm like, Gemini, something happened in Gemini season. That's too far away. Like it feels closer, but it wasn't even all that. It was more so Geminis love, stimulation. Geminis love adventure. Geminis are very curious. They love having their hands in different pots. And with this Aries energy, Aries can be very impulsive, right? And then we have that solar plex chakra, and that has to do with our us taking action, taking initiative and things like that. And with this ask more questions for clarity, it does feel like, not saying that you need to ask questions or ask for permission to make any moves, but more so ask yourself, right? Like, do I need to do this? What do I feel right now? Because you may want to lean more into that solar plex chakra and you're like, I am the big dog. I am a warrior. I am this. I am that. I am going to do this. And it's like, go back into that feeling. Yes. Because then we have the solar plex in reverse. Didn't we have the sacral in reverse come out earlier? Yes. Where is that? I know I've seen it. I'm not going crazy. Or am I? I could have sworn we saw the solar plex in reverse. Am I tripping, y'all? I don't see it here, though. I guess we didn't. I saw it, I thought. I keep moving the same cards to the side. It's still not there. I thought I saw that. I guess I didn't. But we have Miracle. No way here. We got 5 Steps playing by Drew Hill in the background. Everything we do. Let's see what we got. So Miracle, No Way. Spend time with the ancestors. Your ancestors approve. Funeral, ending, celebration of life, divine feminine. This is so beautiful. So with this divine feminine, here go the sacral energy that I was looking for. But this could be some of you definitely feel like you were cursed, or like, something was taken away from you that you loved, or something that you like poured your heart into. And I do see something coming through as a second chance. I'm hearing rainbow. Some of y'all may see rainbows, or that may be like a confirmation for you. But your ancestors approve and spend time with them. Some of you may also be connecting with a divine feminine very soon, and you may just really be in love, and your ancestors may definitely have something to do when it comes to connecting you two. Or some of you may want to spend time with your ancestors to connect and align with this energy. Rather, if you're the divine feminine and you need to really just lean more into that, sit in that, or if you need to just connect with that inner divinity, that inner divine feminine within you. You work at Rainbow. Look at you. You said it was a sacral in reverse for lovely reading. Okay, so I know I ain't tripping. I'm like, I know I synced it, y'all. So Brother Logas has entered the room, and we're now going to go ahead and transition over to the spiritual lesson in 1 minute. And I'm going to go ahead. If y'all have any questions, y'all go ahead and drop it, because I'm about to go. And we're going to close out with one more. One more. Damn. Okay, we have the unplanned pregnancy here. We have leveling up here. We have Anubis here. And we have date night here. So, yeah, wrap it up while you clap it up. If you don't want to, if you ain't trying to get, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close out. We're going to go ahead and turn the cameras around because we've been here long enough. And, yeah, you may just want to spend more energy in the heart. More energy in the heart. Energy. Yeah. Yeah. Spend more time in the heart. I say. So I'm going to turn the cameras around, and we're going to go ahead and turn over to the spiritual lesson. I say. Fawn said, I'm in the collective for 12/12. I'm not doing a 12/12 portal ritual, baby. I'm doing a full moon ritual. All right. Now what am I supposed to do? All right, it's on you.
Peace, family.
Grace.
Today's spiritual lesson is the secret wars. The secret wars. Now, most of us have heard of The Secret, right? It's about the law of attraction, all those good things, right? Well, this is it. I'm here to tell you the real secret. The secret is that the key to your success, first of all, the key to your success is beyond just you, right? Because no matter what you achieve, you still need a team, you still need a group behind you in the long run, in the mid run, and even sometimes in the short run, right? You do need a team, and whether that team be strangers that you connect with, like-minded individuals, or preferably family, right? Your children, your siblings, your parents, etc., right? So the major secret to it all, to all success, is one, share your secrets, right? Share your secrets, meaning share your skills, abilities, talents, understandings, um, uh, and know-hows, right? You share that with those who you consider your team, or you consider, on your side, or at least you hope on your team is on your side, right? That's the first step to the secret, right? Is to share. You share your secrets, right? The next step to the secret is only a two-part concept. One is share a secret. The second step is to discover more secrets, or actually I should even say discover / develop more secrets, right? So one thing that stops people from sharing their secrets, sharing your wisdom, sharing your skills, sharing your understanding, is that that's usually the only secret that they have, right? The only ability that they have, they don't want to share, because then they lose it. Then other people know it. Other people can capitalize on it. Your son, your daughter, your spouse, your partner, your friend, right? Your colleague, your teammate, your employee, your employer, whoever it is, can now improve and possibly surpass you, right? Be in the limelight now, right? Because you gain one secret, but people, and they stop trying to develop more secrets, trying to develop more abilities. You should be sharing your secrets and discovering and developing more secrets, so that you can then later share those secrets. And when you share those secrets, you keep developing more secrets. What's a great example with Duüblé? Her, she was doing tarot readings before I met her, but I helped to progress her tarot readings, because I have done more tarot readings in more stressful situations, more back to back with more people. So I had more information and knowledge, how to deal with different spirits and entities. I taught her how to break spiritual contracts, how to do chakra work, how to see your soul, how to see different entities and deities, how to do spell work, how to do different things, right? I taught her all these things, and I gave it to her, and I just moved on, and I allowed her to be the star, of her show, right? I created the show. I came up with the name for the show, right? And I gave it to her. When she wanted to develop it, take it to the next level, I developed it with the things that I know about shows, and then I gave her those secrets, boom, and I continue to move on to develop more secrets, right? I share with her how to understand zodiacs and how to read zodiac charts, right? What the different zodiac signs mean, and especially when they're in different planets, right? Numerology. I introduced her to numerology. What else? How to work with different tools, right? How to what different deities and entities, what they can mean when you hear different voices, thing. Yeah, I bring all these things, to her. But who is the star of the show? It is her. Who is the one that you come to for all of the knowledge and information for all of the spiritual help? You go to her, right? Because I gave her the secrets, and by doing that, I'm not worried about, yeah, there's a possibility she could take it, do her own thing, and to leave me out, in the cold. And those type of things you do run into sometimes. But I continue to develop more secrets. That's why no matter, I don't hide any secrets from her, but there's so many secrets that she doesn't know about that she learns at the same time that you learn. She's discovering why, not because I'm hiding it, because I'm always giving it to her, but I'm always discovering and developing more secrets. Therefore, I always have more secrets to give. Right? Some of the things she learns at the same time you learn it. Some of the things she might get a chance to learn before that. Right? But I'm always discovering more secrets. And I purposely share my secrets to those who want to know the secrets. Why? Because there's a chance that because they know what I know, or they have the skills that I have as well, they might be able to help me, assist me when I need them to take my place, or I need them, I can't be there to execute that skill, or someone needs to be taught, and they can go teach them. Or two, I just might need their skills to help me. Or three, they might become better than me. Right? When it comes to Duüblé's, spiritual connection to the other realms, right? She is more talented than me, right? I said that to her when I first met her, when I first started working with her, and I say that still now. She is more talented than me. So to me, it was more responsible to give her those secrets because she's the more talented being, and try to share as many secrets, with her as I can. Right? Because one thing, it helps more people, and then two, I've been able to, from time to time, use the fact that she has certain levels of connection to the spiritual realm, better than I do. I've been able to use that for my benefit, to talk to certain beings or to reach certain entities that I might be struggling to reach on my own, but she has a more direct connection. Right? Or I teach I'm always teaching my son as much as that what I know, so that when I make a mistake or I forget something, or I'm a little off at that moment. I'm never off for a whole day, but maybe I'm off at that moment. Maybe I'm forgetful about a certain thing. Maybe I'm not as on point and as I usually am, but my son, because I'm always making sure that he's keeping him on point. Every once in a while, when I miss something that I typically wouldn't miss, he can spot it and point out, like, Dad, you're forgetting this. You missed that. Remember, you told us we're doing this now. We changed that. Or it might be better to do it this way versus the way that you're trying to do it. And I'm like, damn, son, you know what? You're right. That makes sense. Right? And at 12 years old, I want him to be able to do that. I'm not waiting for him to be my age, 30 years old, before he can start to correct me. No, I need him to correct me as soon as possible. So I give as many secrets as possible, because that's the secret wars. We're not supposed to hold it, we're supposed to give it, discover more secrets, because that's how you build a strong team around you. That's how you build a strong family around you. Right? And even if that family or that team, sometimes you split apart, sometimes you disconnect, right? But everything that you share with them, they remember. They remember. And that allows for a connection, so that maybe later down the road, they come back because they remember all the things that you taught them, all the things they've been able to use. And if you reconnect later, number one, it's an easier connection because they left with something valuable that can never be replaced, right? And two, if you're continuing to develop your secrets, there's a reason to come back, right? Because understand, when you give your secrets away, certain people, and this is what you want, certain people will become better at that secret skill, ability, knowledge, know-how than you. Sometimes they might be feeling themselves, they might become, egotistical. Sometimes they might use that, to support you. Who knows, right? But you give that to them. The way that you feed your own ego is not by trying to outdo them necessarily, right? If you're just better than them, then you might, tease them a little bit just to try to push them to become better. But, once they pass you, they pass you, right? You accept that. What you do is, in order to keep the balance, where you keep that respect from them, you keep the respect, and you're able to stay at a certain, level, like hierarchical wise, without having to force it, without having to make them feel bad, like, hey, you learned everything from me. No, what you do is you continue to develop more secrets. So no matter how much they surpass you in this thing that you taught them, they're like, oh, but you didn't develop 3, 4, 5 more skills and secrets that I don't know anything about, or that I'm far behind in. Therefore, there becomes, that's how you are able, in a sense, to become, have a level of equal yokeness, right? Equaled yokeness, while at the same time you could be leaders in your own right, in whatever area the person is more sufficient in and efficient in, right? So being equally yoked isn't necessarily just about two people being at the same level, right? Because it's going to be very difficult for people just to be at the same exact level. No, it's about whichever person's at a higher level to see the talent and the latent abilities inside the other person, whether one's the man, whoever's the man, whoever's the woman, or even if it's the same gender. Whoever's more talented in certain areas, share some of that talent, share some of those secrets that you know that they're talented in. Allow them to, so that they can grow and surpass you in that area. Hopefully, that's actually what you want. And then you continue to develop more secrets. And now you become equally yoked. While at the same time, both can become leaders because of your efficiency in certain areas. So that's today's spiritual lesson. Now we're going to the Q&A, or into any spiritual clearings. Ashe. All right. Let's see what we got. Might have to plug that straighten piece to TikTok and all those. We appreciate all the likes, shares, all the likes, and the gifts, all the Hufflepuffs and the roses and things like that. Peace over to YouTube. Appreciate all the likes, shares, and subscribes. Shade this camera always wants to get off. Be all crooked. And peace to the OGs on IG. Shay. All right. I think it's gonna be the last show for the next couple of days. So, Duüblé will probably still do some shows, but you won't have the full show. You just won't have the full show. You're on hiatus. Well, I guess Duüblé's gonna be a hiatus until when? Until when? When you come back?
Monday. We're gonna come back Monday.
Okay, so until Monday. But I think she'll probably do like some midday.
I probably will.
She'll do some midday videos. So she'll do some midday videos. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. She'll do some midday videos, but the night videos, this will be the last one until Monday, as she goes off to get their family affairs in order. Sure. Let's see what we got here with YouTube. NY Dev says, only secret I'm keeping is my dog biscuit recipe, but sharing knowledge is free and a form of charity. So needed to succeed in any business. Two heads better than one is true many times, Ashe. That's my humble opinion. Please don't dissect my words because it's just an opinion. I know you like challenges. Much love. Thanks for sharing with us. I sharing what it does, but see, when you share things on the channel and I'm here, just know that I am going to dissect them. This isn't that's part of the whole show, right? It's for me to dissect it, right? Just understand that that's the risk that you take with me, right? But I do understand, though, you don't necessarily have to share. You don't have to share everything, right away. There are times and places to share things, right? But you got to share it with the right people as well, right? You got to share with the right people, and you got to share it for a purpose, There has to be a reason, behind it. So, understand that, not all secrets need to be shared with everybody. So that's definitely true. Not all secrets need to be shared with everybody. Or not all secrets necessarily need to be, shared. But like something so specific, like, your recipe, right? Your recipe, a certain recipe. That's not necessarily something that you need to share. But like maybe if you're a great cook, just the overall strategies to cooking, right? Just the basic understanding of cooking is something that you could share, right? Or you would share. But when it comes to like really detailed signatures of yours, those are things that you don't necessarily have to share, right? Like, 'cause there's some things that I do spiritually that I'm not sharing, that I talked about, like some of the stuff I talked about yesterday. Actually, the very thing I talked about yesterday, I talked about, you got to go through the shit to be the ish, right? I've shared some of the tactics and some of the steps on just a few things on that process, right? A couple, and those pretty much the same things that I shared with you guys, share things that I've shared with Duüblé. But there are some things that I said that I'm not ready to share yet. One, because I need to work through them more. Two, because I need to develop them, and I need to get to a certain. Even as I develop them, I'm still going to be hesitant on how much that I share with it, or even like displaying the results, because I need to get to a certain point, to a certain level, before I would even feel comfortable doing that, because sharing any bit of extra abnormal abilities can put a lot of eyes on you, right? So I do understand that it would be important to first make sure that I'm at a certain level of competency, so I could deal with any outside forces. But the same thing when it comes to money, right? When it comes to money, I've had very successful years and very unsuccessful years with money, but I've had some very, very successful years with money. But during those years of my success, I've never shared those, because I haven't reached a certain level of success that I'm looking for with money to really establish. I'm a really, even though I've reached levels that people will never reach in their life, but I haven't reached, those $1 million levels yet. Therefore, I don't, do classes and share like how much, I make on any particular year, because, it's not time yet. And it's, until I've reached a certain point, I share with people here and there who may ask me, who I run into. But as far as me like doing courses and things like that, there's not that time yet. It's not the I'm not ready to start, going to that point or sharing to that point, with the masses. So there is a time and a place for that, right? It is about timing. It is about timing. Passion City, I think she was talking to me. She said, what to do with those who don't listen, or just talk to those who listen. If you are talking to me, you don't, overly concern, I'll say. Not that you don't concern at all, but you don't overly concern with those who don't listen. It's not their job to listen. It is only your responsibility to share, and then you let the horse decide if they're going to drink. You take them to the water and you let them choose. That's called free will. That's called free will, right? It is our own egos that say, I'm sharing this with you, you should listen. You need to listen. No, that's not, they don't have to listen. We all have a choice, right? So actually, that's your ego that's getting in the way, right? And I've been there before as well, where, you're sharing this, you're telling this, and then they don't do it, and you just, it bothers you, or you keep trying to convince them, or whatever it is, right? Or you don't want to share anymore. It's like no, take your ego out the side and just share, right? I've shared many things, with my parents, or with my siblings, or other people, about business ideas and things like that. And no matter how much success they may see me have, they just typically don't necessarily follow it or don't try it, right? But I continue to share every time I come up with a new idea to help them, right? I just gave my mom an idea yesterday, because she has her own baking business. It's called, it's on Instagram at More Sweet Peas, right? So y'all look that up, More Sweet Peas. Huh? You said gourmet pies? Oh, Shay, right? More Sweet Peas, right? She makes great, fantastic, vegan sweets. So, I gave her an idea, and I felt like she probably wasn't even going to go with it, but I was like, but it's not my job to decide whether she does, or to argue with her if she does, or it's not my job to only share it if I know she's going to follow it. No, my job is only to, here's the idea, just share it. And then let her decide. But I did what I was supposed to do. So I shared it, and then she ended up getting excited. She's like, you know what? I was thinking about doing that, and I thought about it before, and you know what? I needed to hear that, and now I'm ready to go. And then now she's been just been working hours and hours on a computer, as my dad was saying today. She's been just grinding to execute the thing, the idea that I gave her, or that I reignited in her, because it wasn't completely new for her. Guave says, I feel called to share my knowledge of things, esoteric and not, but I don't know exactly how, where, or when to. Now that is a challenging thing when it comes to, when you have certain knowledge and information, and then you want to teach, but you don't even know where to teach, where to start. That can be challenging. So until you find that location or that place where you want to start, you could just start posting things if you want. But otherwise, I would suggest you just continue to study and just continue to learn, though, until that opportunity shows itself. So because there's the one aspect where there's people that get information and then they want to share, and then they want to, teach, essentially, right? But they really are not quite qualified to do it yet. They think they are. You feel like you are, but you're really not qualified to do it yet. So the best thing to do is, if the opportunity is not there yet, then since you have that desire, that burning, understand the opportunity will eventually probably show itself up. So the best thing to do is continue to develop what you know now, and continue to develop it, because that opportunity might come 6 months from now, might come a year from now. You don't want to be at the same level of competency, the same level of knowledge and understanding a year from now when the opportunity shows up. No, you want to be 365 days, more qualified to share what it is that you're about to share, right? Also understand, you might have the knowledge. But do you have the skill set to teach? That's another thing. That's another place where people falter. You might have the knowledge and the information, but you might not have the skill set to teach. I know some people put some stuff in the chat. I'm a look what else is in the chat. But understand, okay, not a lot to put in there. Understand this. So Billy Carson, right? Now, I've already had my reservations about Billy Carson, but even though I have my reservations about Billy Carson as a person, as a human, there's still a lot of valid knowledge and information that he has brought to society, right? I already knew he had for a while now, probably for a couple years now, I knew he had a questionable background, right? I knew he had a questionable background, right? And all that just made it easier for me to not put him on a pedestal. But I still, from time to time, would listen to what he had to say because of the knowledge that he would bring and he would expose, right? Doesn't mean that everything that he was saying was correct. But I knew a lot of it would expose me to continue to be able to tap into new wells of information, right? So he recently, got quote unquote exposed for giving out some wrong information about the Sinai Bible and about the Bible or the Gospel of I don't know, like Bartholomew or something. I can't remember what the name was. Barnabas. That was what it was, I think. The Gospel of Barnabas, right? By this white dude named Wes Huff, right? Who's a really intelligent guy. He is a really intelligent, true Christian scholar, right? So I saw some of the clips, and that's how I started with the quick clips, and I was like, oh, he got ate up right there, right? But me knowing the internet, I'm like, let me listen to the whole thing. Let me just take the clips, because anyone can clip up some things, and like, let me listen to the whole thing. So I listened to the whole thing, and it was accurate. He definitely got ate up on those two things. I can't even lie. But he didn't necessarily get ate up because, well, the Sinai Bible, he definitely got ate up on that one. There was nothing, he couldn't really dispute that one. The Barnabas Gospel, here's the thing. Billy Carson is well, read, has a lot of knowledge and information. But just because you have a well of knowledge, a lot of information, and even might have a lot of, successes financially, that doesn't mean, and he's a pretty good conveyor of that message. He's a good orator, right? He's a good speaker. That does not mean he is skilled. He's even a good teacher to a certain extent, right? That does not mean he's a good debater. Just because you have skills in certain things, even in speaking, there's different skill sets in speaking. Some people are really good at teaching. Some people are really good at just motivation. Some people are good at lecturing. Some people are good at one-on-one sharing and teaching. Some people are good at debating, right? Some people are good at, presenting information in a scholarly manner, right? What Billy Carson showed was that he wasn't good at debating, because when I listened to the whole tape, the whole podcast, Billy Carson had some good points on the second half of the podcast. He made some really good points. And Wes Huff, his points started to deflate. He was strong in the beginning with the Sinai Bible, with the Barnabas Gospel. He hit them strong. Boom. After that, it just slowly waned down. It's slowly weighing down, and he didn't have anything strong dealing with, some of the holes that Billy Carson and the podcast host Mark Menard, the holes that they were poking in what Wes Huff was saying, right? But Billy Carson didn't know how to capitalize on those points, even though like he was, to me, obviously winning those points. He wasn't capitalizing on it because he's not a debater. So he was lacking a skill set, which made him look bad. Now, because he's not a debater and he's not good at dealing with those type of situations where you made a mistake and someone, called you out on something, that's okay. That happens. He didn't know how to handle, what's that called? Not HR, but he just didn't know how to handle, his how to make himself look good in the public, right? And he made himself look real bad. Not because he left. When he left the podcast, he left. It wasn't like he just like stormed off and left. They made it seem that way when they cut it up. If you watch the whole thing, he stayed for a minute and then he just left later when he was done. Like it wasn't a big deal. It was what he did afterwards when he did his live, trying to cover it up, trying to say he's gonna sue and all these other things, right? He made himself look really PR. Yeah, they Guave PR, right? He did bad PR, right? He could have easily cut it up himself and just played the parts where he did well at, and where Wes Huff was struggling. He could have done that because it actually happened, right? But one, he didn't take advantage during the debate, and then two, he didn't do good, PR afterwards. He made it way worse, right? Which means those are where he lacks at. He lacks at the type of PR that fixes an issue, and he just lacks at debating and wasn't able to capitalize where he was strong at in the debate, right? So understand that you might have all the knowledge and information. That doesn't mean you're going to be a good teacher. Do you have the skill set to teach, right? You may need to go join a Toastmasters to learn how to speak, right? To work on your speaking and your teaching skills, right? I think they even do debating as well. I think at Toastmasters as well. You may need to get into some realm, take some type of courses or classes to help you in debating. If you want to be a teacher, because understand, especially if you're trying to teach in a shaky field or in an area that we're still learning and still discovering, you might want to get really good at debating, right? That's why I do well with the trolls on here, right? Because I am good at debating. It's because I like to debate, so I'm always trying to sharpen my debating skills, so that no matter how crazy out there I might go out there on a topic like becoming superheroes, I can still convey it in a way where it doesn't sound too crazy, and then I can deal with someone who tries to troll me on it to keep myself once again from making them seem strong, making them seem like I'm insecure about it or anything like that, right? These are skill sets that have to be developed. Guava said he lost the fight and the war, right? Right. He lost, but see, he didn't, and the thing is, Billy Carson lost, and he didn't even lose. But by the way he reacted after the show, it's like he admitted that he lost. He admitted to losing when he didn't pay attention. Like, I watched the show, like, you actually won the second half. Why didn't you focus on that? Why didn't you talk about it? Why didn't you capitalize on that? So he actually surrendered when he didn't have to surrender. It could have been just a tie. It could have been a tie, but he did not. He admitted to defeat when he didn't have to. Right, but that's a level of insecurity that he had. He just felt like, oh, I made a mistake, which showed what? That showed the flaw in his character. But he has a shaky background that he does not share. He does not disclose with people. He has a shaky background, So you not disclosing that shaky background, those issues with the law that you've had, you're not disclosing that already is going to show you that can lean to the idea that, hey, there might be some issues with the character. And then when you finally made a mistake and someone calls you out on it and put it right in your face, right? Your character showed, instead that I got to do something now. I got to retaliate. I got to do some ridiculous things. I got to stop it from going out, right? That's a character issue. That's a character, issue, right? He's not willing to accept, because we're all human beings. We're going to make mistakes. He could easily say, you know what? That's my fault. I'm so busy building businesses, going on trips all around the world, right? He's spending 90 days in hotels for a year, he says, right? He's taking people to Egypt. He's writing books. He's doing shows and documentaries and all that. He's self-taught. You're going to make mistakes when you're that busy, and it's okay. That person, West Huff or Duff, I think it's Huff. West Huff, he is literally a scholar. He went to school to become a scholar. He is educated and degreed in scholarship, right? This is all he does, right? So there's a good chance that he might catch you on some things, right? And it's okay, because that's the point of the point of the debate. Once again, is goes into character, and point of the debate necessarily us to both bring our ideas and to then grow from it by one person showing that, hey, this is what you're saying here is wrong. This is the correct version. And then you show what you're saying is wrong. This is the correct version. And then when it's without a doubt that this is obviously what I'm saying is wrong, you accept that, you grow from it, and you be like, you know what? I'll never make that mistake again. Thank you. Thank you for improving my scholarship. Thank you for showing me that, you know what? I have a faultiness in my research. I have a faultiness. In fact, I need you to teach me, Wes Huff, how to research so I do not make that mistake again. But that requires character and leadership. Ashe, to the distinction between having knowledge, teaching, debating, different levels. Ashe, Guave. Mahakal, can I share something with you? Sure, Mahakal. Fact says, when it's 9, says target, that ego will get you if you're not careful. That ego will get you, right? Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip hop preacher, a great motivational speaker he's one of my top favorite motivational speakers ever. Eric Thomas, he said something years ago before he really blew up. And he said, if you're not careful, your talent will take you places that your character can't keep you. And I never forgot that. Your talent will take you places that your character can't keep you, right? Billy Carson is uber talented, but you're starting to see that his lack of character is going to be his downfall, right? Because he reached such a high level because he's going on these big time podcasts, the Joe Rogan to be specific, and a couple other ones that just really put him over the top now. He's like, you're that guy now. What happens when you're the tallest guy on the mountain, or you're on the highest part of the mountain, right? Those below you, they want your spot. Whether it's for good intentions or not, they're going to throw stones. They're going to throw arrows. They're trying to knock you off the cliff. That is the responsibility. That is the, consequences of being on top now. And he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to be on top, not character-wise. And now he's fallen from grace because his talent took him to a place his character couldn't keep him. KD, do you have any questions that you don't understand? Do you have any questions that you don't understand? I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean like, do people give me questions that I don't understand? Yes, that does happen from time to time. And when I don't understand, I'll say, hey, I don't quite understand that. Or if it's like just on maybe the way that they said it, or sometimes I just don't know the word or the definition of something, or I just don't I just don't have the answer to something. I'm confused, just confused as you are about it, right? So, and I always share that. I always admit that when I don't understand something, or I need more context, or I just don't even know what that word you just said means, right? I admit that all the time, because I'm not here to teach. I'm only here to share. So if, maybe if I was in a teacher position mentally, then I might have the ego to pretend that I know, everything, or just try to skirt past things I don't understand so you don't see me in a certain light. But because I'm not a teacher, and I'm not claiming to be a teacher, right? I'm just here to share. I have no problem telling you I do not know what you're talking about. Right. that is the challenges when you accept certain roles, right? If you're going to be a teacher and say, I'm the teacher, I'm a teacher, understand that you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested. So you better be ready to say that, hey, I'm a teacher, right? Now, when I was a speaker, a motivational speaker, right, I had no problem being tested at any point in time because I knew that that's what I was. So I could drop on a job. I didn't even need to be prepared for a speech. Someone said, I need to do a speech real quick. I need to do this interview. Need you on this interview real quick. It would just cut on because that's what I was. That's who I was, right? I would never say I'm a debater, but I would say I like to debate. But I'm not gonna say I'm a debater, like a certified trained debater, because then when it's time to go against someone who's really a debater, and if I happen to get my ass kicked, right, it's like, hold on, I thought you said you were a debater, right? So you got to be careful about what you say. Kenyatta says, what's questionable about his background? The alien abduction thing? No, that's not what's questionable, Kenyatta. What's questionable about his background is that he's had he has some blemishes on his record, right? I don't know if it's like misdemeanors or felonies, but I think he has I forget exactly what it is, but he has some blemishes on his record. I think it's like some fraud. I don't want to say 100%, but I think it has to do with fraud, right? And he's been convicted of these things, right? So, but he does not talk about those things. He does not share them in his stories, but they are, real things, right? Billy Carson is not his actual name. That's not his actual name, right? That's another thing. That's not his actual name. So there's some questionable things about him. It's not the alien things or the alien abductions or I don't think he never was alien. He never abducted, but his alien encounters or Anunnaki or any of those things. That's not what's questionable. It's about his background that he hides and does not share, and people have brought to light. People that are brought to light, right? And even some of those people, or at least one of those people that I know of, who brought that to light, he threatened to sue that person, right? Out in public, he threatened to sue. He sent the letter and everything, but he never sued him, right? Because his character says, as anyone questioning me or making me look bad any type of way, he goes to the I'm going to sue you type of route when what they're showing and presenting is facts, and it's perfectly legal and everything, right? So that's those. But if you're going to have a key character like that, right? It's better sometimes. This is where the 48 laws of power is. I don't know which law of power, but I know it's a law in there somewhere. If I look in the book, I'm sure I can find it. I might actually start reading through that on the lives. I might start to bring that. I'm not gonna read the whole chapter, but just reading like the summary for each chapter. They have like a little quick summary for each one. I think we might have to go through that and just talk about that. But one of the laws, I'm pretty sure somewhere in that book, and if it's not, then it needs to be written about, it needs to be talked about, is that just admitting things. It's just like accepting, like, you got me, right? Or you know what? You right? Because then that shows another side of you, and people are like, oh, see, he's human like us. Like, you know what? He's faulty like us. He has flaws just like us. But when you try to pretend you don't have any flaws, and you don't want to admit to the flaws, and you do everything to fight the flaws, sometimes you can get away with it, right? Like Trump. Trump is good at getting away with, like, nah, there ain't no flaws here. He's really good at that. That's a law where he's going off of, never admit, to defeat, never admit that you're lost. But he's really good at that. He has developed the skill to do that. Billy Carson don't have that. So then you got to go the other route with it, which is, hey, just accept that. You know what? You got me, right? And when you play the humble card, Humility can get you out of so many situations. Can get you out of so many embarrassing situations. Being humble, right? Because people will be like, they'll just forgive you and be like, he's made a mistake. But when you let your ego get involved, what happens is all the other legitimate things you say now get questioned now because you just weren't willing to be humble. If you're willing to be humble when you fall, when you stumble, right? People, they'll understand. They'll pick you back up and be like, it's okay. You still on top of the mountain, but hey, we all just make mistakes. We get it, right? But what is Billy Carson doing? Not only did he trip, but he continued to just fall, and he's just falling and stumbling and just going all the way down the mountain. He's gonna be at the bottom of the mountain, probably not at the bottom, but he's definitely not gonna be on top. For a little while? It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be super hard for him to ever get that same level of respect now. Money said, "Yeah, absolutely, he is." Ashe, Ashe. Good Moment says, "Angel sing Ashe." Always a student, sometimes a teacher, never a master, says Thomas Garcia. I wouldn't necessarily subscribe to that. You know, you definitely always want to have that student side of you ready. But I wouldn't say you're always a student either. You know, there's going to be a lot of certain times where you're just a teacher. That's just what it is, right? But just be willing to look back, to reflect from time to time, depending on the situation and on the scenario, right? There's certain scenarios where, yes, you are very much the student and the teacher at the same time, but that's not always the case, right? And then the master, no, you can become the master. Don't sell yourself short. You can become a master. Just like you can become a master electrician, a master plumber, a master engineer, a master architect, a master martial artist. You can become a master. You can master a sport. You know, LeBron James, he's mastered basketball. He is a master, right? Doesn't mean that masters can't learn anything new, but masters are masters, right? It's okay to accept when you're a master, right? Just make sure you're a master first. That's number one. Make sure you're actually a master, right? Before you start to believe and call yourself a master, make sure you're actually a master. And number two, the great thing about when you become a master, you can then go on to do other things to master, right? Go find other avenues to master, right? It allows you actually, because once you, like say, you master basketball and you get to a certain point where you can't go no further, you can drop basketball and now you can go on to other things to master, right? You've mastered business and you get to a certain point where you decide, like, I'm gonna retire and now I'm gonna go into philanthropy, and now you're trying to master philanthropy, right? That you can be, a master, and mastery actually allows you to drop that thing at a certain point when you're ready to let the next generation take hold of it and then go on to something else, to something new. Maybe master your spirituality after you've mastered, certain aspects of your life. Yes, the breakdown of the 48 laws of power, Ashe, to Duüblé. Speak Spanish, how you send $100. Speak Spanish, how you send $100. Ashe say, well, hey, you can, I don't even know how you, what's 100 in Spanish? Yeah, I can't remember. But go ahead and you can put it, send it to the Cash App, or you can, super chat it. We always appreciate it though on the Cash Apps, because YouTube don't dip into the funds that way, right? You be $ BRO, bro, Logas, LOGAS. Ashe. So it looks like I got to everybody here. So we say Ashe to that. We appreciate everyone. Like I said, we won't have any nighttime lives for a few days. Duüblé will do some midday lives, though. She'll do some midday lives. And then we'll be back to the nighttime schedule on Monday. At least that's what we're shooting for. At the latest, it would be Tuesday night, but I'm pretty sure that Monday night we should be fine. Ashe. So, I'll say Ashe, Asante, and Amen. Ime Kamalika, it is done.